Take away them, right? They still make 12 billion. Take away Skechers, they make 0. What is important now?
No.
Nike,
but even
because you're not wearing
that,
Skechers.
But
Answer the question.
I said Nike because you're not wearing Skechers.
And I'm with Ron.
I swear to God.
You got a point, Ron.
It has nothing to do with me wearing Skechers.
Starting it is started, the player choice way. Green light, supercharged, the player choice way. Got shot, got Jordan, got Dale, got Jay. That them boy gon' get it started, the player choice way. Hey, hey, it's the player choice way. That them boy gon' get it started, the player choice way. The player choice way. Comments wish lanes into the player choice way.
Hello, viewers, chatters, listeners, casuals. I saw a lot of trash talking in the chat while we're sitting here setting up. I read the chat while we're starting soon. You guys aren't sneaky. It's a nice try, though.
LeRon, it's nice to see you.
What's going on? Top left.
Over under 50 words from LeRon today.
You're over.
Shaq, quick question. The Greek League game was a tad bit different.
What do you, as far as what?
As far as Bruce Bowen.
Yeah, and the soliloquy to follow was one for the ages.
Of course. Yeah, I saw it. I saw like, the 1-2 tidbit. And I'm like, he thinks I'm this guy now, but Thursdays is my day.
Listen.
Here we go.
Don't start with me this early.
Right,
bro.
no, I know. I just seen the little, I'm always ready. I just see that. I'm like, okay. He's not talking. Yeah. He's not talking to you guys. He's talking to someone else.
1,000%.
And I hope he's listening. Funny. Who y'all got this week?
Sure. We play Epis.
Home?
So Shane Larkin. No way. Shane.
Oh. Yo, I need to be pulling up to that game.
That might be easy dub, man.
Everything.
I don't know.
They're struggling right now.
They struggling, but you can't ever say it'd be easy dub though.
Yeah, ever.
I feel that. And especially because I think last year, didn't they like have the same type of start?
They started slow last year as well. Facts.
But they had all them injuries though.
Yeah.
It ended the champions.
Ended up champions, yeah. But
what I was about to say, Shaq? Are you having Shane on the? Are you having Shane on the 1-2?
No, that's an away game.
Okay, you only do it home games.
Yeah. Because my production crew is here.
The setup, facts, right?
I could do it, but no.
Okay.
I didn't even talk to you about last week. That one guy was acting corny.
No. They just got in super late.
Oh, that's weak.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Nobody does.
Major kids.
It's still in the canon.
Okay. Who y'all played last week? Then I'll figure out.
Monaco.
Okay. Got you.
But hopefully, I can get Buddy to Maccabi.
I want you to get Asheville guy. I know you're.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be very dope.
No, that's a fact.
Yeah. Or Tony Parker. He comes to all the games.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Hashtag what? Hashtag who?
Keep
hashtag
going.
We.
Ron's at 12 words.
Look.
14.
It's the last thing I'm gonna say.
It definitely is the last thing you're gonna say, apparently.
What's the over and under so I can know where to stop at? I'll fix this whole thing.
Yo, DeMar DeRozan at the 4 got it. A. B. The narrative that they're trying to. This is how nasty the league is. The narrative that DeMar DeRozan is all of a sudden this Kia MVP ladder candidate, and then Zach LaVine is nowhere to be found, is just narrative king stuff if I've ever seen it.
Let me ask you a question.
If I've ever seen it.
You think the media and people are trying to push a DeMar DeRozan narrative? Well, he's just playing a little bit better. You know what I'm saying?
He's playing a little bit. No. He's been playing a little bit better, but I also feel like, how is Zach LaVine not even mentioned in the top 15?
Because he's not the best player on his team right now.
He's
not playing the best on his team. I think he's the best player on their team. I just think he's not playing the best.
It's so close that it's ridiculous.
I think the main thing is nobody expected this from DeMar DeRozan.
That's also true. They wrote him off. They wrote him off. I heard they had a GM thing where they said he was the worst signing of the free agency and all that. So DeMar is definitely like DeMar's basically like, I've always been top 2 or 3 shooting guards in the East, always. I mean, and now I'm back in the East.
The thing is, his coach's decision though. He's playing at the 4, so it's like, who can guard DeMar at the 4?
No, but there's really no positions like.
It is though.
Who was the Lakers starting 5?
Melo is at the 4.
Melo started. You think? And I can't wait to watch highlights, see how much buckets he got on Melo, or just him just not having the rebound and just playing like he's at the 2 or 3.
I mean, anyone brings the ball up. In DeMar, we're taking turns on Blake Griffin.
Griffin.
Yeah. Wait, no.
Last night against the Clippers, they went crazy last night
when they played Brooklyn.
Oh, I didn't see the game. I'm sorry. So they could.
Because I look at the NBA power rankings, and now the Bulls are number 2.
Oh, are they? Okay. Who's number 1? Warriors?
Golden State, yeah. And Brooklyn's 3.
Oh, okay.
They play.
I think they play tomorrow.
He got an amazing profile, your man Swiss Culture. So I was going and I watched his breakdown of DeMar DeRozan, and not every bucket, but a lot of his buckets were off switches. So it's not even necessarily that he was getting at the 4s. They're switching DeMar DeRozan on the 5s, and then just isolating him. He's just, that 1-2 dribble pull up is just tough out of DeMar.
Where do you rank his mid-range game in the league right now?
It's number 1 in the league. I think he's leading the league in mid-ranges too, but
better than KD?
Nah, not better than KD.
Nah, it's not better than KD at all.
He's top 3. I'm gonna give him top 3 because it's somebody that we haven't mentioned.
D-Book and CP3? CP3 has been a little
off. KD DeMar. If KD wasn't here, DeMar would be the best in the league.
I think Ron is talking about Russ, and I hope it's not Russ.
No, I'm not talking about Russ.
Okay.
I'm not going to do
that. Russ is working right now. He got 16.
He would have said 2 feet, not 15 feet.
Fire.
Russ has been working. He just has a lot of turnovers. If he only had 4 turnovers a game, this whole tune would be so different. That's the funny part.
Shaq, I say 3 because he averages 4.6, but I hear what you're saying and I agree with you.
I mean, he's leading the league. He's leading the league in turnovers. I meant to say if he only had half of his turnovers. So yeah, 3.
How long is LeBron out for?
His buddy from LA.
Indefinitely. You know what that means?
Yeah, I do.
No, it's been like that for a minute. They said indefinitely last week or like 2 weeks ago when it first happened.
Okay. My LeBron top 15 first team All NBA is looking pretty well right now.
It's looking fantastic.
Yeah, and everyone was thinking you were crazy for that too.
Oh man, kudos, Dale.
I actually think like this is, and I see this in the chat from talking. I know the show hasn't officially started yet, but I'm also taking a DeMar over Jimmy Butler.
I'm not getting into this.
I knew it was somebody that we forgot to mention.
I'm not acknowledging it.
Butler does not have a top 5 or 10 mid-range in the league.
The only thing
you're talking about mid-range? That's what you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about overall. I swear to you guys over hype Jimmy Butler, and it's starting to get nasty.
Well, you're the same one
that I'm starting to get a little bit tight. I'm not gonna lie.
That said he was gonna have the worst contract in the NBA. So
the worst what?
That was light out.
And he agreed.
The worst what?
The worst NBA contract in the league.
The worst NBA contract? Who?
Jimmy Butler.
What do you mean by that? I'm lost.
Lightout said that Jimmy Butler was going to have the worst NBA contract because he was getting paid too much, and they was going to be the worst contract.
I've never in my life came at Jimmy Butler's contract ever.
Okay.
To sit here and say he's not a max player, I don't even think that's ever registered in my mind. I'm so confused right now. But if you want to throw that on me, you can.
I don't even want to go there, bro. I don't want to talk about DeMar DeRozan and Jimmy Butler. I've been talking about Jimmy Butler way too much.
So well, you might be forced to, Dub, because
the only thing I talk about Jimmy now is you guys had to be here. Shaq was avid Jimmy Butler. I'm not gonna deep down in the archive, but he was avid JUB. It's ridiculous his stance.
I'm
on
avid
Butler
a lot
now.
of guys, and then I come on here and you guys just overhype everybody, and we can never be realistic. And then it's always this podcast is always hating on people. Shaq's always hating on people. No, you guys make these guys all superheroes. It's incredible. I've never seen. It's like the Justice League in the NBA. If you ask Dale and Dub right now who are the top guys, they have an entire roster of just superheroes in the league, and I'm like, it's not true. It's not true.
Shaq,
some Robins out there.
Time out. Who are the superheroes? Who need to be in the Avengers?
It's only a few.
And who are they?
I would love to hear this.
LeBron's kind of Hancockish right now, but he's pulling it together.
Wow.
You've seen Hancock at the end. You're like, all right, you start doing some good when it matters. But he's chilling right now. You know, LeBron's always Hancock during the regular season, and then in the playoffs he turns into Superman. But it's really only Steph, KD. Paul George is a little superhero-ish, but meh.
What he's more like?
He's like Ant-Man.
No. He's a part of the Justice League, or he's a part of, what do they call it?
The MCU.
Yeah. He's a part of all of that, but it's just like it's tiers to this, man. It's the reason some people have movies, some have TV shows, and some just stay in the comic books. And you guys like to bring Jimmy Butler.
Some are broken action figures.
Yeah, Jimmy has a limited series where he makes the finals and gets zapped out every other season.
Yo, why you said LeBron is Hancock out here? Do you think he's doing that on purpose though? Because now he knows, like we know LeBron is super calculated with everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he's
19.
like, it's like that's his version of load management?
Yeah. Like, Hancock in the movie was just shit. Like after so long, he like it's all the same. But when it comes down to it, I'm telling you, he hits that switch, and
but is that going to be enough,
his own
though?
detriment? Maybe to his own detriment. I mean, when you're this old in the game for this long and you're still considered one of the best of all time, like nobody appreciates that, not even Dub.
Yo, Shaq, I got a question.
Do you want to know what Jimmy Butler's going to be doing in year 19?
Yo, Shaq, I got a question for you.
Getting fat?
Did
in
Jimmy
the casino somewhere,
smoking stogies?
Did Jimmy Butler go 3-1 lead to the Denver Nuggets? And did he or did he not get? Did Jimmy Butler get shown up by Joe Ingles?
Yo, Dub, if you want to go to
somebody's been doing some research.
Wait,
no,
but
somebody's been on YouTube.
I always
know.
Who is Dub? Who is Dub even talking about?
Dub,
He's talking about Paul George.
Don't dig this back up. Do not dig this body back up.
Yeah, this is nasty, Dub.
After you cut off your camera early, you're talking about, I'm going to take my Dub.
He's bringing up being Zen
Don't
up
do
the
that.
playoffs, right? So I'm going to bring that up. I'm bringing that up every single time. If you're going to bring up those playoffs, I'm bringing that up every single time.
You guys just had Clubhouse on, and you guys must have talked about this. I love when Dub comes back with new surprising facts days later after he could have said all this last episode. Now he did a little bit more digging.
I ran into your friend on Clubhouse, Shaq.
Who? Which one?
Around the NBA. I think that was him.
And he's in the chat right now.
I don't know. He was on Clubhouse.
Okay.
No, nobody told me anything. I've always known this.
We had our back and forth he wanted.
No, he never actually wanted a back and forth.
That's what you. Yeah. I said someone was looking for me.
No, he said that he didn't want the smoke, but he said if he had to pull something out, he said he would find something. And he's like, "Oh, I got one."
Okay.
But he never really wanted the smoke.
It was bad.
Euro. I know we haven't started the show yet. This is for me to always buffer Jordan because I know he's ready to be like, all right, but Euro and Hezi, I'm just curious about your Paul George versus Luka Doncic take.
What you mean? Just like straight out?
Who's
like
better?
no context? You're not building the context for me?
No. Just if you seen Paul George on the menu and Luka Doncic on the menu, what you going with?
I mean, I like PG's style better. Like, I mean, I can build a team around PG better than I could Luka for how I would want to run a team. But in terms of like, pace, defense and everything like that. But I mean, You can't really argue.
You don't have to say anything else. Like you've said enough. There's nothing else. You don't have to cape for Luka. We understand what Luka does, but we don't need to sit here and try to give
Luka is the truth.
Any more flowers.
Yeah, I mean, this the thing. Like, whenever you get asked about, like two guys, and it's like, yo, pick one. People automatically assume the guy that you don't pick, you just trash him. You know what I mean? That's obviously not the case. Luka's
that's a good point.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like I said, we talking personal preference, and I'm looking for me to pick a guy. I'm not necessarily always picking the head cornerstone as my first pick type of situation in those arguments. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So,
okay.
What are you picking? What are you picking then? Like based off of what?
Versatility. If I'm picking the first guy, I want to make sure he's versatile, because if, in my opinion, if you pick somebody that's like quote unquote a one-dimensional player, like for example, Shaq O'Neal, right? You put him as your head cornerstone, you have to find pieces around Shaq. You have to have a shooter, you have to have a guard that's going to be able to feed the guy or whatever. And then Shaq, you're not going to be able to take full advantage of that guy if the point guard gets hurt or if the shooter gets hurt or whatever the case may be. So you have to move out. You have to move a lot of pieces. It's a lot more a complex situation to build the team around that, in my opinion, than if you have a whole bunch of like players that have that same versatility as a Paul George, regardless of position. And then you can just run them. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it.
So you will also take PG with that whole notion over LeBron James?
Nah, LeBron is more versatile than PG.
Well, based on what you're saying, like how you just did all of that, because isn't like Luka, like if you look at just he doesn't have the physical abilities, but his game in terms of his dominant and needing right piece around it mirrors LeBron James, literally to like a T. Just a lowercase T.
Nah, that's cap. I don't think so, man.
That's such cap.
Are you taking Paul
Shaq.
George over
Hold
Steph Curry?
Hold on, Shaq. I just want him to tell me the difference of how.
So the difference is
building a team around Luka and LeBron.
I feel you. I feel like the difference is that with Luka, you have to build. Luka is the foundation. Like you can't waver from any of that. You know what I mean? Luka is
just
the
like
guy.
LeBron.
He does this.
Just like LeBron.
But what I'm saying is like I don't think LeBron is the guy where he has to have guys on his side, on his team, in order for him to get better. I think LeBron makes other guys better. I don't think Luka does that. So LeBron is like, you know what I mean?
I agree. I'm 1,000% with that. He gets assists, but I don't think his assists make his teammates better.
And what about
Hold on.
Oh my God, LeBron, I'm about to throw up from what you just said. If Luka Doncic passes me the ball, I'm not going to be good, but LeBron James just passed me the ball, so I'm going to be so good.
I'm not saying that about
LeBron. Let's kill this notion that other players make people better.
I'm just trying to hear.
What?
Euro. Hold on, Euro. The only reason I think you're saying that is because LeBron level where he's taking his team, it makes you feel like he's making those plays as much better. You know what I'm saying? Like he's took his team to the finals, this, that, whatever. But I'm just thinking bare game of how the concept of every team surrounding Luka so far. LeBron needs the same type of pieces around him. I don't even think it's
okay, but even still, like if that's true, then Luka still doesn't win as much as LeBron.
Of course, but he's young. He's 22, 23.
And I mean, I can't. You know what I mean? I can't base my opinion off of something that Luka might do.
Okay, so you're basing it on him winning?
They want you to, though. They want you to.
I don't want him to at all. He just said if you had to look at players, he'll take Paul George because the way Luka plays, you have to build people around him. It's the way what Luka needs, LeBron James needs. So if you're taking Paul George over Luka based on that stance, you have to take him over LeBron James as well. Just based on what he said.
When Luka makes it out the first, I'll believe that he makes players better. When he wins a championship, I'll believe he makes better players. If he goes to the finals 3 times in a row and loses every single time, I'll believe he makes players better. But the fact that he's not even in that universe, he's not even in the same universe as LeBron James.
Has Luka ever created his own team?
I'm not doing this.
No, because you're not going to sit here and do that. You're not going to sit here and do that.
He ain't on that level yet. He's
not on his level yet to create his own team. Come on.
He's not. No, he's not. He doesn't have enough equity. He doesn't have enough juice. And he's definitely in the wrong franchise to do that because Mark Cuban ain't letting that one go. He is not letting a player decide who's getting on and who's not.
You can't sit here and say LeBron's making his teammates better when he's sitting here picking his own teams.
You don't got enough cash.
It's a reason why players want to come and play with LeBron, though.
Of course.
And that's the only point I'm trying to make.
Those
and I'm
players
not saying
are
nobody wants to
talented.
come play.
Those players are talented already, right? There's nothing that LeBron does to make somebody better other than giving them easier looks.
Let me ask you this.
Weren't you just arguing that Cavs team? You were just arguing that Cavs team in the playoffs or in the clubhouse, right?
I was.
Okay.
What about it?
And that's my point.
I
LeBron
gave credit to his
team.
I gave credit to his teammates for doing what they did.
Yo, Ron, let me ask you a question.
What's up?
You say LeBron carried that team, right? And I think it was you, but then I heard you dispelling. Not you. You were bigging up Roy Hibbert. Was it you?
Matt Wilson, you're in.
Yes, that was Ron, right?
Yes,
you said
Ron.
Right. You said Roy Hibbert so loud, like, yeah, Roy was an all-star. On that Cavs team, Mo Williams was an all-star and the big fella.
So Zadrunas, they both was
right. So why are you bringing up that Cavs team like Bron didn't have an all-star?
He did have an all-star. He had two. But this is what I'm saying though. From what Dub just said, Bron doesn't make his teammates better. And
I never said that Bron made his teammate better at all. I don't know why you're bringing this up. When we had that argument in Clubhouse, I was acknowledging what his teammates did at that time. I was acknowledging that he wasn't playing with a bunch of scrubs because in my personal opinion, LeBron doesn't make people better. He gets people easier looks, and that's 100% a fact.
But
at the end of the day, at the end of the day,
you cannot say that.
At the end of the day, Shaq, if he's passing it to somebody to shoot a three, he does not give them extra attributes to make their.
I mean, nobody does that, but that's not what that means. That's not what that means when you say he makes other players better. Of course, LeBron, just having LeBron on you as your teammate doesn't mean that your vertical is now getting better or your shooting percentage is better because your technique or your mechanics are getting better. That has nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, I hear what you're saying. If LeBron is creating, is making the defense collapse a lot more and a lot better than, let's say, Luka Doncic, right? And he finds the open guy. It depends on the open guy to make that shot. You know what I'm saying?
What you just said is perfect. It all depends on the guy. It has nothing to. LeBron doesn't affect their game at all.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that, Dub. I don't agree with that.
Good night, Dub.
I don't agree with that.
If he's passing it to somebody that isn't a scorer, guy can't. If the guy can't make a layup, there's nothing LeBron could do to set him up perfectly. The guy just can't make layups.
No. Dub. I play basketball, so it's different. Honestly, that's bad. Because it's bad. I would tell you why it's bad. No, it's bad because I agree with the note. But if LeBron James, whoever the case may be, if someone's penetrated and they find an open man and he's wide open, he made that shot for them easier. So if Bron is dropping it off to someone and they're opening for the layup.
I said that the whole entire time. I said LeBron makes it easier he gives them open.
So when you said that, I wanted you to stop because if you're giving them an easier look.
But how does that affect their game? How does that affect their game, Ron?
You'd rather shoot with a person in your face. You rather have a person in your face to shoot or not.
Pay attention to their game.
Dub, you can walk this.
Because at the end of the day, Shaq, you better chill out. Because listen. At the end of the day, Dale, if the person can't make threes, if the person cannot shoot, him getting them that open look means nothing.
No, Dub. Dub. In the discussion, Dub.
Let me ask you a question.
This is bad, Dub. This is really bad.
Let me ask you a question, right? Let's say Friday or Saturday night, you go out, right? And it's a woman, man, whoever, that doesn't matter, is buying you shots after shots after shots.
Okay.
You're not getting drunk. Are you still trying those shots?
Am I still trying those shots?
Like, are you still paused? Are you still taking shots?
Most likely, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's my point. You're going to keep trying because you want to get drunk. But if it's easier by someone spoon-feeding you the shots, Bron spoon-feeds some people open layups. If they miss, the point is I put you in the position. I think that's where they say if they saying that's Braun making them better by putting them in that position.
But
I agree there.
I don't think.
I
that's
agree
the
with you.
whole
Where is their overall
thing.
game? That as soon as they get on LeBron, their shooting ability jump up. The way they jump is better. I don't agree with that.
That's nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying that though. But what we are saying, listen. But what we are saying though.
But that's what we're talking about.
He made Kyrie better.
No, that's not what we're talking about.
I always say is Braun put Kyrie Irving on the stage, and then Kyrie
he made
Kyrie
a winner.
In my mindset,
He made Kyrie a winner.
Listen, in my mindset,
we have a perfect example of LeBron making somebody better because he heard everybody tell him.
In my mindset, it's like this: if you're not doing anything for their specific game to make them that much better of a player, I don't see how they make them better.
Dell just told you, do you want to shoot a three with a hand in your face or not?
Right.
It's the bottom line. Do you want to shoot a three with a hand in your face or not?
At the end of the day, if the dude's not a shooter, he's not a shooter. He's not
a shooter.
Okay. Him having that open look means nothing. I'm talking about the specific game. You guys are mentioning, Dell keeps saying.
So this applies to nothing. This applies to nothing. You're arguing nothing right now.
No, Dell keeps saying No, Dell keeps saying that makes it easy. He makes it easier for other guys. I've never disputed that at all. I'm talking about their specific game in general. I cannot sit here and say, yo, LeBron, you sit here and taught somebody this, or you sit here and taught somebody this to make their game better. I've never seen that.
We're talking about LeBron. We're talking about LeBron making players get the best out of their ability. Like for example, right?
I'll agree with you on that.
We're talking about like the example. I know everybody knows this or remembers this when KCP got barked at by LeBron in the huddle, where he was like, "Yo, man, you need to run so you can get you a layup." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That ain't got nothing to do with like KCP's ability to do something. That's something to do with like his effort on the court. And LeBron is creating open spaces and open court for KCP to be able to run down the court and score an easy bucket. That is what LeBron does to make other players better. Now, if KCP does that, you know what I'm saying? His game goes up, right?
I'll put it like this. I don't feel as if he makes people better because at the end of the day, LeBron makes people reliant on his play. He makes people have to rely on him because
he makes people reliant on making the game easier for him. He makes you reliant on shooting open shots.
When he
I like where you going.
When he comes out the game, the plus minus goes in LeBron's favor, as in they play terrible. You want to know why? Because
I would just rather have no championships and just be out there playing. This is like
LeBron's fault.
Yo, Your Honor, please. Can I get some time to talk? Can I get some time?
Dub would rather be Kyle Kuzma on the Washington Wizards.
Dub would just rather never win a championship and say that.
Now he's changing the context. Listen, at the end of the day, when LeBron goes out, the players don't know what to do because he makes them reliant on his play. So when the players get the ball in their hand, when the player gets the ball in their hand, they don't know what to do. They don't have the rhythm. They don't have a feel for the game because the offense is getting.
Says who, Dub? Just because you say this, Dub, does not try to. It doesn't make it true. Just because you try to push this narrative.
That's on the coach.
Best player. So with the Bulls, no, Dub. No, you answer my question, Dub. Were the Bulls? Dub.
Answer me this question. You are playing with somebody.
I got you, Shaq.
I just sat there and let you talk.
Shaq.
And just leave it like that for 3 minutes and let's move on. God, leave Dub. Put a sock in
God,
it.
he needs a muzzle.
But Dub, though, you make some good points, but it's flaws to all of them.
All right, let me get back.
Dub's on vacation right now.
Apparently not. He's all worked up.
When you're playing with somebody, right? When you're playing a game with somebody, right, and they're completely dominating the ball, they doing their thing, they creating opportunities for everybody, and then when you get the ball in your hands, when you haven't touched it the whole game, you're not in rhythm, right? You're not in rhythm.
What type of player am I? If I'm Kyrie Irving, I am.
But no, we're not talking about the second option.
You're just the one that told me LeBron James put pieces around him. I don't think LeBron ever willingly put a piece around him other than you guys, Kyle Kuzma, to where he felt like you can't play your role. If you can't play your role around LeBron James to get him to the championship, you're not playing with him. That's no knock against LeBron. That's just the way it is when you're dealing with the sun in the solar system. The same way it was for Jordan with the Bulls. The same. So did the Bulls rely on MJ?
Yes.
Okay, so what did the Lakers rely on Kobe?
Yes.
Okay, so what is so Dub, what are you saying? You want to have a bunch of guys that are happy to play basketball on the same team and get bounced in the first?
No, we're not talking
his
about that
favorite team
aspect
does
at
it
all.
every year.
We're not talking about that aspect at all, Shaq. We're talking about making somebody better. And what I'm saying is that when LeBron is being so ball dominant, it affects the teammates around him because when LeBron's not on the court, they don't know what to do. That is LeBron's fault because he makes
Dub,
that's the coach's fault, if anything.
Dub,
LeBron is the coach. LeBron is the coach.
Wait, Dub.
He makes the players
he got
worse, right?
Black fired because he didn't like the way he coached.
He makes the players worse, right? According to your logic, but he makes the team better, though. So
yes.
what are we talking about?
Yes, that's
so why
you said it perfectly.
Why does it matter?
Dub, do you think that players don't want to play with LeBron? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying that. I never said that. I just said that he just doesn't make players better. That's it.
So do you believe when you're on the court?
He does.
Wait, hold on. Dub,
and he
do you
gets
think that you're more Ron, hold on. Dub, do you think that do you think that players are more confident playing in Detroit with nobody or playing next to LeBron James?
Oh, of course, it's always going to be next to LeBron James. And I'm not trying to take anything.
Okay. So
I'm not
so
trying
to
to
that
take
point,
anything away from
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
You don't have to agree with that because it's true.
I agree with that because at the end of the day, they want to win a championship, and you're not going to.
That's not the question. See, that's not the question. He said, "Is players more confident next to LeBron James or in Detroit?" I would think most players will be more confident in Detroit than next to LeBron. LeBron brings.
Okay, so what about Alex Caruso? What about Matthew Dellavedova? What about Mo Williams? What about Daniel Gibson? What about all these players that LeBron, Mario Chalmers, that were nobodies and kicked out the league the moment they stopped playing with LeBron? That's not because of LeBron James. That's because you can't get this game off your regular point guard skills anywhere other else than playing with LeBron James. These are just facts. That is facts. So why is Mario Chalmers in the league?
I'm explaining it to you right now on the
why is Mario Chalmers
because
not in the league?
Mario Chalmers doing what he did with Miami, anywhere else doesn't equate the same amount because it's not on the big stage, bro. That's why. Him averaging 5 points in Miami on those teams is equivalent to 15 on that level.
He would have been out. These guys would have been out of the league regardless. They would have been regular players anywhere else, probably bench players.
That's fine.
So they come and they link up with LeBron, and their confidence goes through the roof.
I don't know if it's their confidence, bro. He gives them.
What is it? So how are these guys becoming anything close to all-stars? How are they putting up these numbers? How is Alex Caruso? How does Alex Caruso get paid like this?
Nowhere because he was on the stage.
He wasn't nowhere near what?
Because he was on the stage, bro. The fans love him. The minimal time helped him. Averages little 7 points, 6 points, dunks, all of this, and now it's an opportunity for him now because he was on that stage with LeBron, bro.
Regardless of how nasty we are, Alex Caruso can still play basketball. He's still doing it with the Bulls without LeBron James. So that whole narrative that you guys say that LeBron just kills careers, it's a funny thing. If you can't hoop, you can't hoop.
Was more comfortable on the Lakers or with the Wizards right now?
No. You cannot bring up Kyle Kuzma.
Why can't we use it?
Because
it's something that just happened. It's something that just happened.
Because if I get honest up here about Kyle, I'm not about to do that. We are not bringing up Kyle Kuzma. We're not doing that. We're not doing that because Kyle Kuzma was taking those same exact shots in the league in LA. He was taking the same shots as he is with the Wizards. Now, it isn't my fault that you got killed, Kuzma. You decided to get in the gym and do something differently. Now you're producing because you can rebound a lot and you're on a winning team.
Kuzma had a couple good games.
Kuzma
even
always
in the
been
finals,
that type of player.
Kuzma had, he had a game or two where he showed up.
Yo, I don't believe Kuzma. Don't bring up Kuzma. He's not winning a championship.
But Kuzma's not trash because of his ability. Kuzma's trash because he's the worst decision maker in the league.
No. Hey, you're on his. There's Kelly Oubre. They share the title together.
Open court. I'd rather have Oubre with the ball, man, than Kuzma.
I feel like Oubre's gonna bounce it off something. I don't know what.
Yeah, the side of the backboard off of a cross-court pass.
Kuzma's for sure bouncing it off something. All right, let's open this up because I want to get to topic number one. We've never done this before. I don't think we've done it before.
Damn, are we just getting to topic number one?
It's a good opportunity for.
We got off track. Wait, when did this all start? When did this all start?
This all started about 30 minutes ago. Yes, I think it did.
Paul George to LeBron making people better.
I think it did.
No, it started with Luka.
No, it started with Paul George.
And y'all gonna keep it going if y'all don't let JD speak.
Yeah, for real.
Go ahead, JD.
Let's do this.
Welcome back to another episode of Players' Choice, the number one place to be for NBA hot takes and flop takes. Shout out to everyone joining us live on Twitch. If you're new to Players' Choice, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the video, rate and review the podcast on whatever audio platform you're listening on. Join our Discord to stay tapped in with the community and everything going on in the world of Players' Choice. And check out our website, smck77.com, and cop yourself some Players' Choice merch. Obviously, we've already been up here for a while, and you guys already know Euro and Hezzy is back.
What's up? Appreciate y'all for having me, man.
Thank you
again.
Thank you for joining us again. We know that it's chaos up here, and we appreciate you coming back. So, like I was saying, for topic number one, I don't know if we've ever done this or not, but we're literally going to open the floor up for everyone that's joining us live on Twitch right now. Whatever topics you want us to talk about, start putting them in the chat. I will start picking stuff off, and I'll read them, and then these guys have to start discussing it. So you guys let us know. What do you guys want to talk about right now for topic one? It's all up to you, and we'll read as many as we can for, I don't know, the next 10, 15 minutes. We'll see how interesting it gets.
This should be fun.
We'll start.
The first one.
I like that one. I like that, Jordan.
The first one you read, we have to do it no matter what it is.
I like that start bench cut one.
I
like it too. I think we've talked about the other one. All right, anyway. Start bench cut. Better teammate for LeBron. Klay Thompson, CP3, or Dirk Nowitzki?
Fire.
This is tough.
Wow.
This is
wow.
I'm okay with that.
CP3.
They need to be on the next
LOL.
doc.
Start. Why, Ron? It's right here. Why don't we talk about it twice?
Hey, we'll do it next show, though. We'll do it next show.
I'm talking about
Ron,
whoever
do you
came
not know how this show works?
Whoever came with
He's like, oh, that's a good topic. Hey, that's a good topic.
You do that on Players' Choice?
Yo, right. Like what? I'll go.
What stats you want to go look at, Ron? You can't just start bench cut one right now?
I'm starting.
I know exactly what I'm going with.
I'm starting Dirk, benching Klay. I'm cutting CP.
I'm starting Klay, benching Dirk, cutting CP.
Man. You want to go?
Go ahead, Ron.
I think it's unanimous to start Klay. I don't think it's even close. And then I was gonna bench CP, but just based on Bron wanting to play with shooters and also Bron liking stretch bigs, I gotta go with Dirk to bench, and then I gotta cut CP. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm saying, man. Klay starting, and I'm cutting CP.
JD, I like
get
that.
Your bag.
I'm starting CP3.
I knew you were gonna
benching Klay.
I knew you were gonna do this, man.
Dell, this is what you've created.
I didn't go with that. How did I create that?
I'm just letting you know.
Listen,
I didn't throw no attributes with that.
I'm starting
Yo, that's
what's your reasoning behind this?
Wait, why was Klay unanimous to you guys though? I just want to know that. Just because all three of you guys picked him, Ron said he's unanimous. So Ron, you can answer.
I'll just think next to LeBron, I think that's Klay's ultimate teammate. I think you remember Doug, he makes players better and easier for them to score. I think he just gets Klay off in a way that in a way that anybody else. Don't do that. I think he
Hey, you said that super smooth, Ron.
I think he allows Klay to really reach his maximum as a player, as a scorer, and on defense, I think just all around. I think he's the perfect teammate for Klay.
Yo, to your point, I feel like Dirk's gonna have to take too much of a backseat. I don't want that type of Dirk because I feel like Dirk is a way bigger star than a Caleb or a Chris Bosh. So limiting that is kind of nasty.
It won't be limited with Bron though, because what Bron looks for in players like at the four is what Dirk does on his own. He doesn't really have to change nothing.
I mean, he lets AD get off.
Yeah. And he doesn't have to really change anything Dirk do. I say start Dirk only because the Lakers or Bron won't run a Golden State offense. You guys have never seen Klay Klay Thompson really just be a spot up. He's always moving.
I mean, I wasn't thinking of Klay Thompson with just by himself. If it was like
right,
LeBron,
but no matter
Dirk,
what,
and Klay,
no matter what, it would never be a Golden State run offense where Klay is constant moving, coming off of pin downs, etc. It's Braun with a shooter, stay in the corner, and I'll find you, catch and shoot that shot.
Why did LeBron never even think to get Klay and Dirk together?
Couldn't happen.
Dirk didn't like him like
that's
that.
In the early stages.
Dirk was
I mean, was the league even allowing that back then? Did players have that
LeBron
much
has to be a
juice?
visionary. Yeah, you know.
So the reason why
had to see the future.
He could have went to Dallas and traded for Klay.
The reason why I'm starting CP3 is I believe CP3 adapts well to whoever's around him. I believe that he'll be able to adapt to LeBron. They are very close friends, so I don't think there will ever be a chemistry issue between those guys. And I believe that LeBron would allow CP3 to be the point guard the same way that he allowed Kyrie to, do his thing. So I think it will be a good fit. CP3, a prime CP3, I'm assuming, and a prime LeBron James would be amazing together.
Not working.
Why not?
Yeah,
because prime CP3 and prime LeBron is both of them. It's like CP has to create Ryan Gomes.
No.
Of course, man.
Okay, I know I wasn't gonna ask you. I know you know Gomes. I don't know Shaq. Shaq probably know Ryan Gomes too. 1,000%. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're not the same again. So I've had a conversation with Ryan Gomes before about CP3 and Rajon Rondo. I said, yo, you play, and then he played with Prime Rondo. So I'm like, yo, who was the easier point guard? And I have no BS. I'm like, he's about to say CP said Rondo. And the only reason is because every play on the basketball court, and that's Prime CP, he played Clippers days right after. Every play on the basketball court with CP, he feels he has to be a part of it. Has to be.
Wait, explain that.
Every play, like say when as a point guard, CP, like he has to.
Yep.
Like
it has to go through him.
It has to. He said it, and he said they had arguments in practice. They had this, they had that, and he said with Rondo, you would watch games of Rondo Prime where he's dribble, he take one dribble, he just pass the ball up.
You know who that reminds me of?
You take the ball up.
It's a player down in the great state of Texas.
I'm not about to get nasty with Rondo on this one.
That reminds me of Luka.
I'm not about to get
Ron,
nasty with
I could
Ron
never
on
get on your Luka take when Russ is your favorite player. Also,
but Russ does a lot more than Luka. Russ does a lot more than Luka. A lot more.
Okay, right. But that's why. So,
but Dale, I mean, that's actually
at their peaks, though, bro. You could.
No, that's actually great.
Peak, no one is coming to Braun like, yo, I'm at my peak too. Braun's gonna be like, stop.
No, that's actually great what you said. But at the end of the day,
like Braun's gonna be like, I love
tough.
you. Banana boat, but stop.
I forgot to say who dropped that little start bench cut for us, by the way, which is fire. That was from the Weird Man 94. Thank you, Weird Man.
Braun made it work out.
When
like
D-Wade
Tim
go
Kobe
to LeBron and say, yo, do what you want, I would just lay back and stay here. That's when it worked.
That's true.
Because there's no way they're supposed to lose to Dallas. Yeah. I'm sorry, JD.
You're good. There's a couple, actually. I like this one. Better score, KD or Kobe.
They was talking about that on Clubhouse all day today. I just kept notifications all day.
That's from BJ.
Damn.
Sadly, it's not even close. Dale, don't do this right now.
Dale, what is that guy's name again?
It's not even close.
What's not even close?
Like, you guys sold me on KD last episode, and I'm just like, come on. If he keeps that up.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say it's not even close that Kobe won. And
no. If we're talking about like technique or something like that, it's a different conversation.
I think KD is the greatest scorer ever because I'm watching games. I watched last night. Had to talk to him after. Great conversation, Shaq. BS. No BS, bro. I'm like, yo, dog, you really in your bag. He's
and
like,
what did he say?
He said, yes, sir, brother. We got to get it. And they just a little back and forth, seeing if I'm going to go to the Warriors versus Brooklyn game. I'm not driving to New York, so no, I'm not going. But it was a good conversation. And I'm like, I'm watching the game. It's like, it's really cold right now.
You think KD will leave you tickets?
Oh, for sure.
I'm just chatting. I'm just stabbing in the dark right now.
Wow, Shaq, I feel like this is the door has just opened for you to talk about some people.
Nah, he don't got to.
No, if you guys want some Houston Rocket tickets, I think I can. If they come to your city.
I was thinking about other podcasters, but okay, go ahead.
Nah, we're not getting into that. So
I'm alluding to it. Yeah,
I would go KD, and just because it's efficiency, it really looks like right now it's like, damn, this is really simple. Like it's easy.
So simple.
Yeah, it's easy, and I'm like, all right.
This obviously this is so like far-fetched.
But if someone said Kobe, I wouldn't be like, because it's the difference between a scorer and somebody that's I'm hunting you to score every single time.
Right.
Because I'm like, if I imagine KD with Kobe's mentality, the same efficiency, it's like.
So I was gonna pose the hypothetical, which is obviously ridiculous, but I'm gonna do it anyway. If KD is Kobe's height, they're the same height.
Oh.
Can KD do what he does?
KD could still do what he does, just not as easy.
I don't know, bro. He's shooting shots all night with people in his face, and he just gets it off because he's 6'11".
Of course, the height plays a huge factor, but
it's the biggest factor. Because now I feel like you're Paul George, and I feel like KD, the separation between him and every other player in the league is solely based on his height.
Why?
And what he can do at that size. Because Dub, if he was 6'6", he wouldn't be Kevin Durant.
Paul George, wait, you mentioned Paul George. Paul George got long behind arms as well, and he's able to shoot.
What I'm just attesting it to is like, look at not Kyrie handles, but it's small guards that got off. Dub's favorite thing is about being able to adapt. It wouldn't look as easy for sure, because it's like when they try to block inside, it's like you guys are not even there. Like that's what it looks like. But the way he I'm not saying Anthony Edwards, there's a lot of players 6'5", 6'6" that's scoring the basketball. So we're not gonna say like it's not.
Dell,
what?
I know this is your man, but come on.
That he has no
so you
but no, you're basically saying he has no chance if he's 6'6", and that's what I'm arguing against. Unless you're not saying that, then I'll just be quiet. Because
no, it's not that it's no chance he doesn't have a chance. The best player in the league.
No, it's not that we're talking about him versus Kobe, who's a better one-on-one player, right?
Who's better? I mean,
better
at
scorer,
6'6", at 6,
better scorer.
Even at Kobe's height, is he as close to Steph as he is now? It's not even close.
You said at Kobe
we're not
height,
having Steph and Kevin Durant conversations if Kevin Durant is 6'6". We're just not.
We don't know.
But Steph is 6'3" though.
We do know.
Steph is 6'3" though.
Steph can stay whatever size he wants to. He can even lose 3 inches if he's going to play the same. I don't care if he's making all those threes. He's doing that at that size. So the height factor for Steph clearly
but
does
every
not matter.
shot Kevin Durant makes, right? Other players at 6'6" are doing those same shots and making them. That's all I'm saying. Like, you don't understand.
No. That's what I'm saying too. And that's why I'm saying there's a reason that Paul George isn't compared to Steph.
What do you mean?
Even because the most efficient player outside of KD and Steph are not compared to KD and Steph anywhere in the league. Dub, I would love to hear the player that is compared to KD and Steph right now that's 6'6".
So if Paul George was KD's height, you'll say he's the best player in the NBA.
If he was doing Paul George things at KD's height, it would be KD, Paul George, and Steph. Yes, I do believe that. It's a huge advantage when you're 7 feet tall and you can cradle the ball like that and shoot over anybody. It's one of the biggest advantages in the world.
That's exactly what we're talking about with the freak, though, right? If he had a J, then that's exactly the type of player that you're describing, right?
And speaking of, thank you for bringing this guy up, Euro. Not for nothing. But no, I just have to say one thing. I don't want to say it. I'm going to say it anyway.
Oh, man. Damn. Don't do this.
I remember. No, I'm not doing anything. It was preseason. Y'all was sending me all videos of Giannis. Dell is about to be crazy. Giannis one dribble pull up, Wobbett's fade away.
I've never sent you this video ever.
Shaq, you're not a part of this. You're not a part of this at all. And I'm like, yo, bro, it's a different level, yada, yada, yada. First 12, 13 games, I'm like, what happened to all that stuff Giannis did in the summer? Everybody was showing me that happened in preseason.
First off, we got 3 more games till we get to our 15-game stint. He has 3 more games.
Right. You're right. I'm sorry. Next question, JD.
but in Giannis's defense, I mean, he's literally unstoppable. I mean, I don't want to see him doing things that he doesn't have to, especially
unnecessary
to be physical. Yeah.
Most superstars in the NBA are unstoppable.
All right.
But he's shooting five threes a game almost.
What, 31%? 29?
27.
Last one from the chat, and then
shooting 5 threes a game.
Well, 4.7,
and then we'll move on.
And he's making 1.3.
Euro and Hezzy.
But a lot of those is offensive rebounds, kicks out 2 in 1 possession.
I want you to answer this first. This is from Ghost Saints in the chat. Who has had a bigger impact on a franchise, Tim Duncan or Kobe?
Tough.
You're not rocking with that.
Hey, fair right there, man.
I hate that, Ryan. As a hooper, I hate that.
Wow.
The 2 in 1 possession.
Oh, that's so much drift.
I mean, there's no right answer.
That's tough. Wow.
I don't want to say Timmy.
Same exact.
Yeah, I don't want to say Timmy, but I'm gonna say Tim, for the simple fact that, I mean, you can say the same thing for Kobe, but I was like, like Timmy came in, obviously David Robinson, that was his OG and everything like that, you know what I mean? But Timmy and the Spurs, they really like built what the franchise is in terms of like the type of basketball that they play.
That's a fact.
And even years after Timmy is done, you know what I'm saying? Like the philosophy is based around like, fundamental basketball and everything like that. You know what I mean? I don't
test that to Pop, but I get what you're saying too, though, on Timmy.
But
they come up together.
Isn't that but Pop,
it's
Timmy,
together.
like
it's
all those
together.
guys,
all in the same. All in the
now,
same.
Here's the thing with Kobe. I think Kobe is with a franchise that is obviously a storied, organization. His individual impact on the franchise in terms of like how much ripple effect he had after the fact, after him leaving, is not as impactful as Timmy's. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's another big time talent that'll come in, and everybody, all Laker Nation is going to be like, "Oh, we on this now." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how I look at it. So I'm gonna go Timmy.
Fire.
I'm gonna go.
I don't
Timmy
think this
as well.
matters. I don't think that just because you created a dynasty, that should hold zero bearing on anything. Because Tim Duncan always had an overall better team.
I'm gonna go.
He had the same core for years.
So you're picking Kobe, Shaq?
I want to pick Kobe, yeah. Only because Kobe did it with Shaq. Kobe did it with Powell. Kobe did it with Lamar, I guess. Right. I look at his supporting cast and I feel like it's worse than Tim Duncan's.
I'm gonna go Tim Duncan, mostly based on what Euro said and he created the most impact on a franchise. Because some people would not say.
But why does that matter, though?
I'm gonna explain, because the question is what was the question again, JD? To make
more
impactful.
More impactful something along those lines. Yeah,
I don't think impactful was impactful the word used.
I think so.
I think it was. Yeah. Right. So because Timmy made the Spurs, to be honest. Timmy did that. Second year winning the chip, being my Knicks 1999 lockout year. Timmy did that, right? And he continue on. He built the Spurs. Kobe just added on to the Lakers.
Why does that?
It matters.
Honestly, because with no Kobe, then what are the Lakers for that time period?
It doesn't matter.
It wasn't like Kobe.
They're still the
Lakers.
But
it wasn't like Kobe. But it wasn't like Kobe and Shaq came there because it's a storied franchise.
That's amazing. I love that you said that. That's why. Because if Kobe don't go there, right? They're still looked as they're like the Lakers, like a storied franchise regardless. If Timmy don't go to the Spurs, we're talking about the Pistons.
And somebody else big would have been on the side of Shaq. You know what I mean?
What do you mean? What matters?
Well, why does that matter? Just because okay, take that away. Okay, take that away.
He take that away from being the Pistons or the Cavs without Bron.
I just hate that angle. Okay, but take that away and then tell me your answer. Because I just hate the fact that somebody just created a franchise so that makes them better than the other person when they both have to dribble the basketball. So
let me ask you a question now. Who's more impactful?
Even more impactful. I just said take it away.
Steph to the Warriors or Kobe to the Lakers?
Who's more impactful?
Yeah, Steph Warriors or Kobe to the Lakers?
It's still Kobe in my because my thing is Kobe, you won 5. Granted, you had Shaq for a couple, but not only did you performed every step of the way.
How much did Timmy win?
And I feel like impactful. What is it? My thing is impactful. I still don't understand you guys' angle with that.
How much did Timmy win?
That's an amazing.
What do you mean? How much did he win? He won a lot.
How much?
A lot. Or what do you want? Specifics?
Yeah.
5.
Oh, well, Dub said I didn't know if you were talking about just like regular season. I mean,
because
Kobe
you said
and Tim both had 5.
Right. That's so what? Like you said, Kobe won 5, Timmy, and they're like together. Like
I feel like it's dead even. I'm not giving a nudge just based off of this player lit the torch. This player continued the torch. I'm not going for that because Tim could have went to any franchise. He could have went to.
Let's get Ron and Dub on this.
Dale, do you consider Kobe to be the greatest Laker of all time?
Do I consider? Yeah.
Yeah. You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Dale also. So what's up with the Knicks? Like. If a player went to the Knicks right now, even though they're super storied, if Kobe went there and did what he's doing now, right now today, you would say that he revamped that franchise, wouldn't you? Correct?
The Knicks are tarnished though. But
that's exactly.
It still won't be the Lakers, bro. The Lakers.
No. But I'm saying if Kobe wasn't there, you would say that the Lakers are tarnished. If LeBron wouldn't be there, they would still be tarnished right now.
I wouldn't.
You would call the Lakers tarnished, right?
Bro, the Lakers, let me explain something. The Lakers.
So what about the Boston Celtics then? Are they tarnished?
No, I don't think they're tarnished at all. The Lakers are still getting Christmas games when they had no
Boston done anything relevant, Dale? And I'm not trying to say like, I'm being honest.
Bro, they just lost in the Eastern Conference Finals, I think, not longer than 2 years ago, maybe. I think. Was it 2 years ago?
Yeah, 2020.
I think it was 3.
That's right there, bro. I'm sorry.
I mean, we can't count Eastern Conference Finals or Conference Finals.
But
man. You got to at least
make this argument.
You got to at least
for Dale to connect this dot. We have to get nasty with them.
You got to what? You got to what?
You got to at least get to the finals, and then like like I don't think getting to the conference finals.
Okay. So for both of y'all, only 2 teams have good seasons through the whole NBA.
No. I'm saying as a storied franchise. That's what I'm saying. If Kobe would have went to the Knicks and revamped that, you wouldn't have been looking at that like, oh my God. Bro, no, you're looking at it like, no, he made his own legacy. The Lakers' legacy.
The Knicks lost in the first round last year, and everybody thought they had a great
year. So what era just makes the Lakers just this dynasty? Let me know.
Hold on. Let me put my cape on, Del. What he is trying to say that seems to just be going in one ear and out the other. No Kobe, no Shaq, doesn't matter, whatever. You had Magic Johnson, you had these Lakers who were just running through the league.
No, that's
storied
it.
franchise.
That's it.
Amazing. So now listen.
JD, wait. Jerry West, your logo. Will Chamberlain, Elgin Baylor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Ron's GOAT, Lakers, all Lakers.
All of this was overlaps.
But
all of this was overlaps. Tell me the eras that these players like.
But
the
this
Lakers
is what
were
I'm
not
trying to
dominant
say.
Every single
this
era.
Is what I'm trying to say. When you say Lakers, everyone knows Lakers. Great. We can name so many players from the Lakers. If you were to say Spurs to somebody before Tim Duncan,
okay, so
they would be like,
I agree, 1,000%. But you're not going to sit here and tell me that players went to go play in LA because of the Lakers. They went to go play in LA because of Kobe.
That's not. Bryant, but your context.
No, that's the point that I'm saying. Kobe created his own era. Kobe created with that team would have done that under any jersey, under any circumstances, on any team. It does not matter if you're in LA, just like for Tim Duncan. It doesn't matter if you're in San Antonio. It doesn't matter if you're in Golden State. These players will be replicated wherever Kobe was at, just like wherever LeBron James is at. Players want to play with them.
If that whole Laker team was, let's say, the Pistons and Tim Duncan stayed in San Antonio, I would say Kobe to this question. But he's not. He's in LA. That's my point.
LA. So just because of the LA water, that's why they won championships.
No, that's not. We're not talking about champion. What? We're not talking about.
No. Because they both dribble a basketball. They both had their own eras. I can see if Kobe piggybacked off of somebody in the previous era, but he didn't. He came there as a rookie, airballing shots. Not he didn't. Nobody knew he was going to be Kobe Bryant.
That's true.
Kobe created Kobe's legacy.
Same as
right
Timmy,
now is
though.
bigger than the Lakers. I'm sorry.
Same
What
as
Kobe
Timmy,
has
though.
done for the game is bigger than any other Laker. Kobe's legacy is bigger than Los Angeles. He made Los Angeles Lakers relevant in this era, and that's bottom line.
And how much extra is being put on that statement by his untimely death?
I mean, I don't think so much.
Nah, but there was love for Kobe. There was love for Kobe before that death.
But
for sure. But you know how in popular culture we like canonize folks when they
die.
Listen,
listen. There's no fans that Tim Duncan has that reps Tim Duncan the way that Kobe fans rep Kobe.
Because Timmy is not a sexy player like that.
But we're talking, but that counts to the impact that he had on people. It's not just the franchise in general.
We're not talking about impact on people. Who's more impactful to their franchise? If you sit here and I'm honestly trying to sit here and think, who's more impactful to their franchise? The Lakers were like, damn, Kobe years was great. You would forget about the Spurs as a whole without Tim Duncan. That's the impact.
I agree.
But Dale, that has nothing to do with Kobe's impact.
Kobe or Tim Duncan. That's okay. So Dale, impact the basketball.
Just because the Lakers were popping before Kobe doesn't have nothing to do with his impact on what he did.
Because at the end of the day,
let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Hold on. J. Cole is performing, right? Then Drake, right? Then Kendrick Lamar. That's amazing, right? It's
an amazing lineup, but Drake is still separated from them.
Great lineup. Jay-Z is over there alone. Who
I know a lot of people that's choosing Drake over Jay, and it doesn't even matter.
What impact is Jay-Z's alone? I've been doing it off the mud. His impact is better by him alone than these three throwing a concert together. No matter how many people want to go and watch that concert, the impact of this person creating the same amount.
What though? Impact
to
to
his
what?
franchise, to himself.
If you're saying impact of franchise, then of course it's not even close. It's not. No. Who had the greater impact, Tim Duncan or Kobe? It was never any basis around it. That was the question.
Basis. He said who was most impactful to their franchise. That was the question.
I don't think that was the question. When I read the question, that part was not added. But if that's it, then of course it's not even close.
We can't lose out of sight though that the Lakers are the Lake Show, and you know what I mean, exciting and all the other stuff, and then we're comparing it to a franchise and a player that is like boring,
a small market,
and that's
my point.
That's a great point. But so, I just want to say this stuff. I think it means something when you have a franchise that's so storied, that has such a tremendous past. What do they call the running gun Lakers, all of this. Then you have the Jerry West and the Wilts and all of that. But then a guy named Kobe Bryant comes along that was drafted 13th overall, and he becomes the most storied Laker of all time. I think that says something to his impact on the Lakers, that with the franchise that was so highly regarded, now all of a sudden you become the best of the best. I think that
you carry the torch.
Do the Lakers be considered the greatest franchise with or without Kobe?
Yes.
They don't. Because I don't think they do. I don't think they do because they need his 5 championships.
Exactly.
I think they're getting championships even without Kobe. Somebody would have been in there.
No.
They would have made it work.
I could see that.
They would have made it work. That's the Lakers, man.
Boston didn't. But Boston didn't. But the Celtics were held in that same regard.
But Boston did it back in those days, though. They just not on that now. You know what I'm saying?
But, I mean, they got one in the last 20, 30.
Okay, and it could only be one. It could only be one franchise to win a championship.
Yeah, but 1 out of 30 compared to 5. Nobody was winning.
The Lakers ain't winning 5.
No player was coming to LA and winning 5 championships.
So either that's fine, but
one or two. Okay, I'm with you on that.
you saying the Lakers don't get fired with Kobe? Do the Spurs ever be in this conversation without Tim?
No, the Spurs
listen,
is a
this
bad
is one of the
situation
hardest
without Tim.
questions I've ever heard in my life. I
It
can't pick
is.
between the two. But it's like there's valid points for both sides because the Lakers don't be the greatest franchise in history without Kobe. The Spurs are nothing without Tim Duncan. So now we're going off of, all right, what's more important, being the greatest or being relevant? Oh, that's tough.
No. It's go what more? Just take both away. It's about impact. Take both away. Who's still one is still standing tall with whatever they're done without that person, and one is like weeping. We're talking about Sean Elliott here.
I'm with Dub. I can't choose.
I can't.
We're talking Sean Elliott.
It's the lens.
I'm choosing Tim
It's the
Duncan.
lens you look through. It's the lens that you look through to decide kind of what side of the fence you're going to lean on. It is a tough one, and it was a great question. So whoever asked that, thank you again for asking that. Let's move on to Fact or Cap. Starting with
Go Saints.
Yeah, it was Go
We put
Saints.
them on
Thank
the
you.
dock or nah?
What's that?
We put them on the dock next show or nah?
What are you talking about? Oh, these topics.
Remember I said that and you guys lost it on me?
Yeah, we're going to talk about those topics that we just discussed next show. So, fact or cap, starting with you, Ron, the Wizards are contenders. Fact or cap?
You know, last show, you guys kind of got mad at me because I chose the Hornets over the Wizards. And really, I got a lot of love for the Wizards right now because their off season, the Wizards might have really won the off season.
Negative.
And
This is so nasty.
Well, hold on, no. We're talking about a team that was down here, and now a team that's at the top of their conference.
They made the playoffs.
They made the playoffs, and they made the playoffs down here. And now they're up here.
So where are they about to finish in the East,
No
Lauren?
way. I was just about to say that.
Let him finish.
Let me dang. Yo, before you
I literally don't have to ever let anybody finish, by the way.
Before you let me yip. All right. Now, all I'm saying is I think the addition of Spencer Dinwiddie, Montrezl Harrell, and Kyle Kuzma and KCP are a lot more underrated than we give them credit for. Two of those guys are champions and played a major role on those rosters. And we don't really give them credit for really being NBA champions and contributing. Spencer Dinwiddie really has been that guy and still is that guy. I remember watching Shaq play against Spencer in college, and I remember Shaq was telling me how tough Spencer was. That's what made me realize or start watching Spencer. And I kept watching him. And I remember him back in Detroit when he was getting busy as a rookie before he tore his ACL. Spencer really is tough like that. And we know about Montrezl Harrell, 6th man of the year. I'm just saying all these pieces combined with who I believe, you guys are going to be mad at me, but who I believe is the best shooting guard in the NBA, Bradley Beal, that all culminates to a team that is a real contender right now. So I'm going to say that they're going to be a contender going throughout. Are they championship contenders? We don't know, but I think they are a solid team.
I thought you were about to choke on your spit there for a second with that noise. That was wild. Dub. Are the Wizards contenders?
I love what I see from them, and shout out to Rel NYC because he did say the Wizards were going to make the playoffs before the season started. But I can't put them contenders as in they could make the finals.
Yep.
Nah, I'm not sold.
Dell? Fact or cap?
Cap. Non-fact. I hate the word cap. I'm from the East.
Okay, Shaq.
Euro, you got something to say about this?
Yeah, that was nasty.
That's cap, but I got nothing to say.
Yeah, right. That was nasty.
Euro.
Did LeBron put that on the dock?
The Wizards are going to continue to overperform.
You're
They're going to continue to do what they do because they really have solid pieces over there.
They do.
Euron Hezi, I want to start with you for this one. Fact or cap, LaMelo Ball is a top 10 point guard in the NBA today.
Cap. I want to give him time, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he's
You're
too
in
young.
the league right now, though.
Huh?
You want to give him time? Buy him a watch. It's easily top 10. It's like
Lonzo's a point guard, and he's better than Lonzo production wise.
Okay, but I mean,
I think their both impact to their teams are the same though, Shaq.
Yeah, no, 1,000. They both play their part very
so
well.
Yeah, right.
But there's no way LaMelo's not a
what
top
I'm
10
saying,
point
what
guard.
I'm saying is like I'm not a big fan of like walking, takes back. So like that might be true. That might be true now, but like, is he going to be able to like put that out? Whatever he's putting out now.
Oh, they're making him a star.
Yeah, for sure.
That's written
I mean, he's
stars.
already a star. He has star potential. That's unquestionable. But he's been a star since he was in junior high playing with his brother on varsity. You know what I'm saying? So that
but he answered the bell pretty well.
That's true. But here's also the thing: this dude ain't a rookie. Like last year, this dude wasn't a rookie. This guy was a third-year pro. Why everybody is like losing sight of that? I'm talking about, oh, this dude, like he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Though this is a 3-year rookie. I mean, 3-year pro that came into the league.
Zach Morris, the way he answered the bell, just saying he was working.
It's incredible how we all thought that wasn't going to work out. And when he gets to the league, he's not going to be this, and that. And then he grew a few inches.
But I'm also not saying that Melo is not going to be, that he can't be top 10. I'm just saying
I just don't even see right now, get on what you're saying, or you wait and see, because that's the attitude you're taking, to wait and see. I just want to know. It's just not even like 9 right now that I would like just say that.
Bad and not over.
Yeah. I'm taking him.
Is he better than Shea?
Shea's plays the 2.
Shea's shooting guard, yeah.
I'm taking him over Russell Westbrook today.
You casual.
And see, that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. Like, how likely is it for Russ to turn it around versus how likely is it for Melo to continue to do what he's doing?
But we're knocking him because he's young. You see what I'm saying? And you're giving Russ the
benefit of the doubt.
You're giving him benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying?
What I'm saying is we can't sit here and say right now is Melo top 10 when 5 seconds ago we was just talking about how it's capped that the Wizards are contender when they're the best in the East. If we're saying that Melo right now is a top 10 guard,
makes sense.
We have to say that the Wizards are contender. I'm not saying the Wizards are contender.
I seen Melo last year get Rookie of the Year. That's a difference. That's a very big difference. I seen Melo last year get Rookie of the Year. That's different. And that's a team. If we brought up, do we see Charlotte as a contender? I would understand your point. You're talking a whole team compared to one talent. It's different. You always see a small fish in a big pond all the time, and we can't knock that. But we're not. You can't compare Wizards to LaMelo as a team aspect versus.
I'm not comparing. I'm not comparing
what we said, right? But
I'm comparing the concept of I'm comparing to what we consider cap and what we don't. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting at. And so, if I'm basing, because this is all part of the same segment, is it cap, is it not cap? I can't flip flop my stance just because now we're talking about an individual. You know what I'm saying? I have to stick by what I was going with in the beginning. This is how I gauge this.
Right, but we're calling cap on the Wizards, right? Based on what they're seeing and not believing, because we could name teams we see that we think is better.
We're not point guard. We're
not basing it on the record. Like we're basing it on knowing team. If you could sit there and tell me, and tell me, you see what I'm saying?
I feel you. Let me say this though. Like, who do we consider a point guard? Because to me, like I know everybody.
Really point guards.
That's my point. Because to me, I think LeBron is a point guard.
Smart.
I don't think Steph Curry is a point guard, even though he plays that position. You see what I'm saying? So like,
no, you're looking to back in the day type, right? I agree there, but that's the point guards of nowadays. LaMelo, Steph, Dame, Kyrie, James, whoever you want to name. Those are the point guards of today. We don't have the Rajon Rondo in his prime, the CPs. We don't have those no more. We ain't like Holiday.
I'll give him top 10. I'll give him top 10.
Wow.
All right. Factor cap. Shaq. LaMelo Ball is the top 10 point guard in the NBA today. Ron.
Yeah.
Yo, you guys know I'm a huge LaMelo guy. I think Melo's closer to 5 than he is to 10.
So fact, basically.
Dub.
Fact. Yes.
Okay.
Fact.
All right. Starting with you. I want to start with Shaq with this one. Jokic will finish his career with more MVPs than Luka Doncic. Fact
That's
or cap?
That's a tough one.
Boy.
That's a tough one. And that's the Euro Hezzy's point. They're considering Jokic as a defensive player of the year this go
Are they
round.
really?
So if he
not
can
doing
maintain this
He's
defensive
better on
rating,
defense. I want to say
No,
DPOY though.
I mean
not
it's all
DPOY.
narrative. Yeah, it's all narrative, of course, that they're trying to push.
Yeah.
I just always feel like Jokic will put up better stats than Luka. I just don't know. I don't see a time and space where that doesn't happen, but I do feel like Jokic's health could deteriorate faster than Luka. So maybe Luka can do it 1 or 2 years longer. But I'm looking and I'm like, Luka, this was supposed to be your year. And I feel like he has really dropped the ball because he was a shoo-in to win MVP this year. So this scares me.
No, Shaq. No, it's not too late for him because listen, at the end of the day, Luka's numbers is still there. It's just the shooting percentages ain't there. Like if you look at shooting splits, they're not that good. So
and that's a huge tick for
it is,
MVP. That's probably the biggest tick.
I believe that those shooting splits will continue to rise, and when they continue to rise, his points per game will continue to rise. I mean, the Dallas Mavericks record is what 8-5 or like 9-5.
Dub.
Am I right?
They're for sure well above 500.
They're well above. So
I think they were
they're
8-4 last episode.
They're gonna have the record
9-4.
They just won last night or tonight.
So they're gonna have their record looks as if the record is gonna be up to par. Now Luka's still putting up his numbers, but at the end of the day, his shooting splits ain't there. So as long as he corrects those shooting splits, that's when they're gonna be like, yo, I believe probably in the middle of the year they're gonna be like, yo, Luka might run away with this thing.
Even so, Dub, I still don't feel like, even if his numbers were up, I still don't feel like he's the most valuable player to his team. Not narrative wise. I'm talking about actual facts. There's no way that he'll ever be more important to his team than a Kevin Durant. I'm just saying, we all know that they have to vote somebody. You give, MVP voting fatigue where you don't want to vote for the same player.
I think Kevin Durant literally has to get hit by a truck for him not to win MVP this year.
No, but I agree with you on that.
It'll be between him and Steph. I just feel like Luka, in no situation can I ever feel like he's more valuable to his team than 6 or 7 other guys in the league. And that's just my opinion. You guys can say he's most valuable to a losing team that gets bounced in the first, but these are just facts. No matter how you try to paint it, this one's a fact. He's not more important to his team than other players that are playing on other teams that are going further in the playoffs. It's just not fair, and it's not accurate.
Ron,
would you say he's more important to Dallas than Jimmy is to Miami?
As I said,
there's no way.
The whole Jimmy thing, the whole Jimmy being important to Miami has nothing.
He
to do
would.
with this.
We're sidetracking.
He's more important in Dallas than Jimmy is to Miami.
We're also sidetracking so hard from the original. Jokic will finish his career with more MVPs than Doncic.
Okay. Wait, Shaq, was that the question?
I feel like
that
this
you asked,
topic was just as good.
You asking about Luka being more
but I'm
important
sorry, Jordan.
We're on fact.
You said
cap,
what?
Shaq.
What was the question again? Was it Luka being more important in Dallas or Luka being
No, either or. Jimmy to Miami, Luka to Dallas.
Nah, that is Luka to Dallas. I thought you was talking about Luka in Miami.
So if you take off Jimmy Butler, then the Heat are really not contenders. If you take off Luka, you still either don't make the playoffs or get bounced in the first round.
When you take out Jimmy Butler, we're still
this guy is crazy.
We're still able to win. We're still able to win games without Jimmy is the point.
Shaq hate Luka.
So like,
I do not hate Luka. I hate that you guys are even comparing Jimmy Butler. That if you take him away, you don't win. You can't even have a chance to win a championship versus Luka Doncic and good numbers, and you still get bounced.
But you could
Euro and Hezzy, LeBron, if you guys want to join in on this, I think it's really weird.
But if you take Luka out, they don't even make playoffs.
Yeah, okay. So what do you want? So who is more important, a championship team or a first round exit team?
So
you're comparing apples to oranges. You're comparing apples to oranges.
No, I'm not.
So put Luka Doncic,
Jimmy Butler's impact.
Put Luka Doncic on a contending team.
The word of the show, impact. JD, Luka's impact to Dallas or Jimmy Butler's impact to Miami?
Because
which one would you rather?
Because it's apples to oranges. Because you have a team that's contending for a championship. You
told me.
No.
Okay.
Because you're there. How many teams are contending for a championship this year? Realistically, 5, maybe even just 4, and maybe even just 3.
Ron,
realistically.
Right, Ron Wizards are contending.
Yeah, so maybe 10 teams in Ron's
to
eyes.
clear that up, I said the Wizards aren't championship contenders, but
around 16, anybody can.
So my point is, I think Jimmy Butler's on one of those teams, and maybe it's a bubble team. It might be a bubble contender, right? You put Luka on a contending team or a bubble contending team, and then see where they go.
No. This is where you bring out the lens.
What is a bubble?
This is where you bring out the lens, JD. But JD, if you want to answer that question, all I'm saying is you're looking at it through an entirely different lens.
When I look at the East, I see the Heat can compete, but I'm looking at the Nets and I'm looking at the Bucks. I don't know if I can put the Sixers and Heat. To me, I'm like, okay, whatever. That's coin flip, whatever. But I'm looking at the Nets and the Bucks, right? So in that case, in that scenario, Miami bubble team, right? Because that would be an Eastern Conference. That's what I mean by bubble team.
Yeah, you're moving the goalposts literally because Miami was just in the finals. Dub, you would literally say that Miami is a championship contender. You love how they look. They're the best team in the East. You can see them going to the finals. Bam and Jimmy, you can see that happening.
JD, I'm so sorry, bro. I don't want to come at you, bro, but the bubble thing is really bad because at the end of the day, the only team that I'm really afraid of is the Brooklyn Nets, and that's the only one. We match up very well.
Hold on, Dub.
With
Also,
Bucks,
never say that was a bad take, but go ahead.
That was because
Dub's
right on this one.
I never said
Dub
it was
right
a
on
bad
this
take.
one.
I just said that there's the whole bubble thing is just like because you only named 2 other teams in your mind that's like, oh, absolutely no. So then you're saying Philly. I don't think Philly's a coin flip, but if you want to give them that edge, okay. But you only named 3 teams, so that's in that title contention realm. That's 4 teams in the East.
But Dub, only 2 teams can go to the Eastern Conference Finals. Did you hear my explanation?
But the
JD, what did you just
JD,
say?
I'm sorry, JD, but Miami is completely better than Philly. They are.
That's fine. Okay, they're still bubble because
so
only
3.
2 teams.
So the top 3 teams, there are only 2 teams, right? There can't be 3 teams in contention for the
Dub,
conference.
you didn't hear my explanation. Holy moly!
I hated your
explanation,
JD, because now we're getting sidetracked. JD, you just said it. Now we're getting sidetracked. And everybody in the chat is also getting sidetracked. You're on Hezzy. I just have one question for you. As it stands right now, and in the duration of Luka's career, when has he ever been a top 5 to 10 most valuable player on his team most valuable player to his team is what I'm trying to say. Now, if you want to say he's 7th or 8th, okay, but it's no way that Luka Doncic is more important to Dallas than Jimmy Butler is to Miami. Because one's dreaming for the playoffs and another's dreaming for the championship. So in the chat, tell me how it's comparable. Not if Luka had Bam or if Jimmy has a better. I know what the circumstances are.
So you're basically saying that Luka's not more important to his team because the Miami Heat team their goal is just bigger. That's all. That's what you're saying.
That's what he's saying.
Every year, that's what the MVP.
No, just yes or no. That's what you're saying. Oh, okay.
Yeah, 1,000%. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying Luka isn't putting up crazy numbers and stats because he has been doing that for 4 years.
So wait. So MVP candidates are based also on the franchise's ambitions?
No. The franchise's success. 1,000%, not ambitions.
Well, yeah, of course. All right.
Like Steph's the only guy where we could say he got off in there as a play-in.
And so Luka is out of there just because Jimmy and the Heat have a better chance of getting further than the Mavs.
I mean, we've seen the NBA Kia ladder the way it's set up. Jimmy's team was doing better. He was higher than Luka.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that. But you were just talking about, narratives and everything like that. And we know like the MVP situation is not necessarily who the best player is or the most valuable player. It's about narratives too.
It's a narrative. It's a narrative.
So
yeah, but if you take, here's my point. As Dub knows, Jimmy is the heart and soul of that Miami team. Dub, correct or not?
Yes, you are right.
1,000%. So as it stands right now, they want to win a championship, so their aspirations are bigger. We can call it what we want. Luka in Dallas, are they thinking championship?
I don't think so. I mean, every team has the goal to win a championship.
Yeah, of course.
But if we're honestly being real, no.
Yeah, I mean, they're not on that level for sure.
Yeah, at all.
Who's most important to their team? Udonis? Not Udonis has him. I'll take someone else. Let's take who else is up? Max Strus. He's on Miami Heat, right? Or him to. No, I'm want to use him. Him on Miami or Luka to Dallas.
If you take off Max, Miami is still doing what they're doing. So I didn't take off. I took off Jimmy Butler. Their heart and soul, and I took off.
I want to say
no. I'm taking heart and soul versus heart and soul.
But Luka is the heart and soul. He's the lifeline. He's the wheelchair
no, don't,
person.
Okay, but still, that doesn't make.
He brings the fans.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
He does
everything never makes it out the
first
round. You guys gonna laugh at him in 10 years. So don't try to give me that with these same numbers. You see the way they treat Carmelo. Stop. And you're not about to tell me Luka's about to be a better talent than Carmelo Anthony. And look how we look at Carmelo Anthony.
So you hated Dirk before he won a championship.
You said what?
You hated Dirk.
What do you? Why would I don't hate any of these players? I'm telling you from a basis of most importance. There's a difference.
So okay, when do you give players their credit?
What do you mean?
Just when do you give players their credit?
I give Carmelo his credit all the time. He's a hell of a player. But when you guys overrate, that has been my thing since the inception of Players' Choice. When I come up here and you guys say wild things that this player is all of this, based off of what?
We base them on what they've done so far. Like Luka has done great things in 4 years in the NBA, bro. That's what
about Carmelo? So what about Carmelo?
He's a top 10 scorer all time. What do you want us to say?
No. Okay.
Did you want us to say he's not LeBron? He's not.
No.
What do you want us to say?
No. I want you to say Luka's not LeBron, and I want you to stop comparing Luka to LeBron. Because if we're not comparing Carmelo to LeBron, then don't compare Luka to LeBron. There's no basis behind it. It's super nasty. You try to compare it, and it's not the case. And this is bottom line.
I think their numbers and the way they play the game, other than Bron, his athleticism mirrors each other very well. I'm sorry, I just do. Yeah. Great mirror, great reflection, amazing reflection.
If you would have asked me if Luka would have been more important to Miami Heat, I would have said no, just based off of what you said for the heart and soul and the leadership.
We
aspect.
know, Dub.
But if you're talking about Luka on the Dallas Mavericks, man, it's like, bro, Luka, man. Luka's very important to that franchise. Very important.
Miami's still,
of course, and LaMelo's important to the Hornets franchise. And like, what are we talking about right now? Like, this is getting really nasty. It really is. Like, no, it really is. Paul George is important to the Clippers franchise, the same exact way that Luka is important to the Dallas franchise. Correct or not?
So wait, who's more important, Luka to the Clippers who's more important, Luka or Paul George?
It's the same exact thing in my eyes, the same exact importance. Neither one of you guys are making it past the second round.
Let me ask you this. Do you think that players are stuck in the wrong role? Like, for example, like, do you think Jimmy is, I know he's in a superstar position, right? But do you think that Jimmy is more of a role player type of player versus like Luka, you know what I mean, who is clearly in the superstar seat and maybe he shouldn't be type of deal. So I feel like, I feel like Melo, for example.
No, I get what
you get what I'm saying? I feel like Carmelo, that is a superstar. He's in a superstar seat. He's a superstar player, but he may not play. You know, you get what I'm saying?
No. I feel like
he's sitting in the wrong seat.
I'm with you on that.
He's parked in the wrong parking spot.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that.
I've talked to Shaq about Melo so many times. That's why I don't get into the Carmelo Anthony, because I don't know what he wants people to say about it. But you can't. Melo era was tough to really win in. Melo has never been on a team where it was regarded the favorite to ever do anything. He's never been on that type of team.
Yo, but this is what makes me mad, and this is not to you, Dale. This is not to you, Dale. This is not to you. Because I'm just reading the chat and I'm about to explode. Dallas is a 13 seed without Luka. He is still a playoff team without Butler. But the fucking facts remain that they're both on their teams, so it just changes completely. I don't understand what you guys are missing about that. They both are on the team, not about who's off and where they're gonna finish and who's higher. It's the fact that they both are on, and one ceiling is substantially higher than the other. Why can't we understand that in the chat?
Shaq, but they're saying it is because they're not asking, who do you think is on a better team, Miami or Dallas?
But this is the thing. You said what?
Who's better, Miami?
Jimmy 1,000%.
His team is better, right?
1,000,000% is better. It's not even close.
So, but that's the
No, that's what I'm telling you. So stop trying to say that their impact is the same. Jimmy came out, just like you said, he built that roster, he constructed it, he's the heart and soul. He still had to make it work. And he's making it work to championship aspirations, took him to the finals in the bubble, and Luka was chilling. This is nasty. This is just nasty.
Keep going.
The fact that you guys sit here and cape the way you guys do about Luka is so nasty. And I feel like you're on Hezzy. I feel like you want to get on this train, and it's just nasty.
It's so hard. It's so hard to get on this boat with you, bro. It's so hard to understand because I cannot. I can make it. I can put this in layman terms for you guys.
I don't think it's hard to understand. I think it's hard for people to accept it.
Is more important than Nike than any other hot shot to any other brand. Bottom line. It's into the score. It just kills everything else. Do you know what Nike's aspirations are?
No, it wasn't, Ron. Don't guess that. This is so. This doesn't.
That was an amazing point because I really wasn't with Shaq
the point
until he said that.
But the point
until he said that.
Shaq, Ron. Wait, JD, don't say nothing. JD, don't say nothing. Ron, what do you get now?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to.
So with Shaq, no.
No. Just tell us what you get based on him saying that.
Mike, I don't want to hear a stupid laugh right now. Look, when you have higher ambitions, so Nike, let's say Nike's projected to make, I don't know, what's a good projection from Nike? 30 billion this year?
Okay, whatever.
Who cares?
Their 30 billion is more important than Skechers' 1 billion. So whoever Skechers' big is not as important as LeBron is to Nike. LeBron or KD is to Nike getting their 30 billion.
All right, take away them, right? They still make 12 billion. Take away Skechers, they make 0. What is important now?
No.
Nike, because you're not wearing Skechers.
Answer the question.
I said Nike because you're not wearing Skechers.
And I'm with Ron.
I swear to God.
You got a point, Ron.
It has nothing to do with me wearing Skechers.
You got the argument. And the day I see you some Skechers, I'm doing you.
It has nothing. Pause all that. It has nothing to do with me wearing Skechers. It's based on you yelling to Shaq that you get it.
Right.
And then you explain nothing to us.
Right.
No, he literally explained everything that I was saying.
If you have,
you guys talk this in the cell. It's okay.
MJ, Bron, and those guys.
what?
Hey, this how I know y'all getting cooked right now.
No. Your man, I killed your man point. He tried to run down to my sneaker room and say, you don't have Skechers. The whole world went crazy. And then now
you mad because the world went crazy.
I'm mad the world went crazy knowing I don't have no damn Skechers.
Ron,
listen, if I'm in Dallas,
bro, but you really picked it up. Like really
if I'm a Luka fan, then Luka's more important. But if I want to win a championship, then it's a lot.
It's not about being a fan, though. It's just I'm really just taking what you are saying and just asking you a question that deflects that, and then you go to a whole nother realm, and then I can't get there. It's like more to come.
It's not.
So,
if you
hold on. Shaq. Here.
It's on you, JD.
I actually have an analogy that we can put into this context. Let's say I'm making cookies, right? Mm-hmm. But I don't want to use 2% milk because that will make my stomach hurt. So I'm going to substitute it with
milk?
I'm going to substitute it with almond milk.
With almond milk.
Okay? Now let's say I'm making a different batch of cookies. And instead of sugar, I'm going to use salt, Shaq. One's still coming out an edible cookie. One I'm throwing in the trash. What is more important?
So which one is Luka?
Luke, this is why I'm saying.
Which one is more important?
What ingredient substitute is more important here?
Oh, so basically what you're saying, if you put somebody in Dallas, they wouldn't be able to do what Luka's doing, and that's why he's more important.
Essentially Luka's situation is the salt situation.
Shaq, you know what's so crazy? We actually had a similar conversation to this with Tim Duncan and Kobe Bryant. Tim Duncan, Dell was saying Tim Duncan was more impactful to his franchise because at the end of the day, there was nothing without Tim Duncan. And then Kobe Bryant just made them to the greatest caliber of the Lakers. So if you're going off of that logic, Dell, then you have to. I mean, never mind. I lost myself.
That's all right.
No,
We'll move on.
No. You were about to cook your general.
He
was about to cook your general. He was about to cook his own man.
Please pick it up, Dale. Please pick it up, Dale.
He lost himself because he thought I said Kobe was more important.
Yeah,
that's why he lost himself, and I did it.
Yep, that's exactly why I lost myself. That's exactly why.
But the fact is, Dub, you still should have made your point. Don't stop because
No,
I'm going at your man.
because his point would have been stupid because he's talking. Because he would have said that. I'd have been like,
because I forgot who I was arguing with. I
would be
completely
like,
forgot.
Dub, I didn't say Kobe. I said Tim Duncan.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But Dub,
Like,
the
I
way
just
that you
thought about
backed out of that, you said, "Nope, wait, I forgot my thought." No, you remembered what was going on.
Yeah, bro. Like I was like, nope, I'm not jumping off this cliff because it's gonna be
And you
really
would have
bad.
like this. You'd have been like this.
Squirrel suit.
No parachute.
Right, no parachute. None.
Dale
Zero.
was lining you up to get sniped right out of the sky.
Because Dell went straight like this as soon as
like,
I
where
said
you
that.
go? Right, where you going with this? Because I thought you was about to say Shaq name, and then you said me. I'm like, no.
No, I mean
way.
Shaq. Wait, Shaq, you said Kobe or Tim Duncan?
He said Kobe.
It's the same.
Okay.
Me and Dale are
Kobe.
both arguing the same point.
Okay, you guys
from
are.
that
so
argument.
I'm gonna just stay out of this.
I have several more bullet points for fact or cap, and I'm scared to go through all of these.
Just all right.
Let's get it.
Say them and then we'll nod.
Bro,
Let's see if it's
I'm
good
like,
enough.
if those three got you guys going, I'm like, we
going,
haven't even
keep
gotten
going.
started.
Keep going.
Hey, JD.
I got
JD.
this next one for you. Fact or cap, Giannis will finish his career with more rings than KD.
Yo, G-Bro TV's wilding in the chat on you, Dub.
He probably is. What I just did was terrible.
Gee, bro, he's already there. Aren't you watching the stream, bro?
They said you on Has Been Island right now.
I'm going cap. I'm going cap on this one.
That's amazing.
Is Kimba there?
Someone said, "Is Kimba there?" Kimba didn't play bad tonight, though.
It did. Kimba has been kind of hooping though.
That's hilarious.
I'm gonna go
give him
cap. I'm gonna go cap on that one.
I figured you would, Shaq.
Giannis will finish with
Giannis
career.
will finish his career with more rings than KD.
Yeah, I'm going cap as well.
Oh, okay. You're on Hezzy?
Cap.
Dub? I for sure thought you were gonna say fact, by the way, Shaq.
I might lean more towards that. It all depends on if KD wins a ring this year. I'll go with fact based off of what I know now.
Ron?
What do you know now?
That KD has 2 and Giannis has 1.
So you're going facts that he will finish with more?
Yeah.
So Giannis will get 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, do you understand how the universe had to open up last year for Giannis to get 1?
Understand.
I
that
do,
happens
and
twice.
also I think it depends more on if Giannis changes his stance on wanting to do it on his own versus him teaming up with somebody.
Mhm.
That's
the only thing Giannis said in his media rant he was on last year. I'm like, Giannis, you're a bozo for that, but it's cool though. Take your little slice shot. It was nasty by him, by the way. It was
He
a
pulled out
real
the pistol and just
and he
put it
peeled
to
out
his
the
chest.
like only because before all that he's like, yeah, we're playing against the best player in the world. We're doing this. As soon as he went, I knew it, man. I just had to take the harder route.
I hated
Want
that.
this.
No, I hated
that
that.
was
narrative.
that
I'm
was
sorry.
bad. That was bad, Giannis. It's cool. It's cool.
Ron?
You guys know what I'm about to say, and I'm about to break it down to you guys why you guys are all scripted. This is insane. We're talking about KD playing. How many years has he played? 14? And how many years has Giannis played? Okay. So now check this out. Right now, they're already in contention to get another one. Shaq, you said the universe had to open wide open for Giannis to get it. Well, guess what? The universe is still wide open and is getting wider every second, every minute. But on top of that, at the way they're constructed, in the next 4 or 5 years, they have just as good a shot as anybody in the league with the same team they have right now to get one more ring, right? Let's say they get one more free agent. Okay, that's 2 more rings. Let's say push comes to shove. Things don't go as planned in Milwaukee. Guess what Giannis does? He does what KD does.
Let's say
he goes
Kyrie
and plays with Luka.
Let's say Kyrie get vaccinated.
So now what?
And this is nasty.
Like,
No,
well, you're
that's
over
for
here.
this.
So I'm saying, with that being said, I don't see it being no way that Giannis doesn't get 2 more rings. LeBron's about to retire. KD's going to be gone in.
My thing is, it's too much
years.
of a toss-up, especially in the East. You got to beat Miami. You got to beat the Nets.
The Miami
you got to beat. You got to beat. I'm telling you, I do feel like they're better. No, I do feel like they're a better series, but I feel like in a playoff series in the East, anything can happen, especially without Kyrie. If you add Kyrie, then it really starts to get unfair quickly.
But, okay, but the Brooklyn Nets only have
you think
so many years.
You think Giannis
8 more years?
But if he gets 2 more, but if KD gets 2 more in a row right now, then what?
And that's a good point. But KD didn't beat him last year, and he wasn't going to beat him last year.
Yeah, but I just
with Kyrie, they weren't going to win. They were not
okay, but
going
this
to
year
win.
I feel entirely differently. That's what I'm trying to let you know. You know, when you eat a lot at a feast, and now all of a sudden your motivation is completely gone. And I feel like that's what it is with Giannis, in my opinion. I do feel like he wants to win a championship, but I don't think he wants to win one more than KD, James, and Kyrie together. And I don't even think it's close.
Kyrie wants to win a championship?
Yeah, I think after last year. Yeah, I think so.
Ron,
okay. Is he gonna win one?
You think Luka and Giannis is a good fit?
I was just saying, for example, he can always go run to the next best player. He can always go run and play with the best point guard in the NBA.
Okay. He can join the Nets. I'm here for that.
That's an easy jack for Giannis. You know, he could do that.
That's cheap.
Go with and go. It's cheap. Exactly.
No, I'm talking about what Shaq said.
Who's gonna win? Giannis on the Nets versus LeBron on Golden State right now with a healthy Clay.
Shaq Reed, I am so godly.
I got I got Giannis on the Nets, man.
Giannis with the Nets versus LeBron, Clay, and Steph.
Yeah, I just don't see anybody being able to check Giannis or KD on that team like at all. Like
I feel like it'll be overwhelming as well.
It will be fireworks for sure.
All right,
Go ahead, JD.
There's only one more that I actually want to ask from this. I read the other ones. I'm like, they're whatever. This last one, though, I want to ask. LeBron, factor cap, LeBron James will retire if he wins one more ring. I'll let you guys chew on it.
If he wins one more, he gonna want to chase for that 6th one.
Yeah, let's say he win this year. I don't think he retires this year, so I don't agree with that. And I really feel he wants. They're doing the movie, The Journey. That's what it might be called with his son.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think Braun got that lined up, man. He gotta give his son a pound. That's
Facts.
It fits, yeah. It fits,
he's waiting on Bronny.
Yeah, right.
That is it. Yeah. That's it right there.
That's why he's sitting out right now. He's like, I cannot get hurt.
Yep.
Yeah, he waiting on Bronny for sure. For sure.
Wow. DeMar almost had 40.
They won?
Yeah, he had 38. Levine 26. Lonzo 27.
It's tough.
Caruso 0. He got me tight.
Who did they beat?
Caruso had 0, 6, and 5.
Damn.
We're gonna do a start bench cut, and then we're gonna do a draft. This start bench cut is these players' social media accounts. So this has nothing to do with their on the court game. This is strictly off the court social media antics. Start bench cut: Kyle Kuzma, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant on social media.
The KKK.
Oh my God.
The social media KKK. With hoodies on with birds and Instagram icons. Hey, wow. Who's going first?
I could go. I'll go first.
God.
I'm starting KD. I'm benching Kyle Kuzma. I'm cutting Kyrie. I like KD on social media.
I'm for sure
Kuzma,
starting KD.
Kyle Kuzma's a goofball.
Kyrie's got to go.
Yeah.
Dang.
Really?
I'm starting KD. I'm benching Kyrie, and Kuzma is the
most
cringiest player on social media.
I'm there with that one. Because Kuz really
I just feel like something, I don't know, something doesn't click for him.
He's not in the limelight to always see what he says. Like, I've missed a lot of Kuz little tidbits. But whatever.
No. Even if he is, though, the stuff that he says is ridiculous, in my opinion.
It's funny.
It's
You know what I should
with him or at him.
You know what
I'm
I should have
laughing at
done?
him.
You know what I should have done for this one? I should replace Kuzma for LeBron. And I feel like this is a much more interesting social media start bench cut.
It is. And I might have to
LeBron's also cringy, so I mean, I'm still starting KD because I feel like at least KD's clapbacks are, I feel like they're always deserving. And I feel like sometimes it's overkill, but it's just not something wild.
I think Kyrie is going now. I need that LeBron narrative. I need that.
That's the thing, bro.
Yeah, I need
the
that.
narrative just bleeds through, and I hate seeing it like cringy to watch, and that's why I don't.
I need broad narrative.
But Kyrie is also.
I don't know, man. I don't know. KD and Kyrie, that's a 1-2 punch that you're not beating, man. Because them two, when they go live together, it's a wrap. I'm telling you.
I'm sticking with. I'm cutting LeBron. I'm benching Kyrie.
Ron.
Zero dark 30. I'll end with that.
I don't.
Yeah, LeBron's rarely on social media. He's always in the playoffs.
We doing it with Bron right now?
Sure.
I'll probably cut Kyrie, and then I'll start KD, bench LeBron.
Fire. All right, you guys ready to do a draft?
Oh, my favorite.
Jordan, for TikTok, you need to just make the title something, start bench cut these players, but don't bring up social media accounts.
Oh my God, they lose their mind. They would lose their mind.
I don't know about Kuzma.
yeah. They're like, why is Kuzma in this one?
Why is he even there?
And then when the Kyrie gets cut and Kuzma's benched, they blow it casket.
You should just do it anyways. That'd be hilarious.
Please do it.
Right.
They're like, I'm never watching this shit again.
Oh my God, bro. They already say that. So
this draft.
All right. Shaq, I'll let you choose someone from the chat's order. So chat, give us an order. Shaq will pick one of yours.
That's not my job. That's your job.
I know,
my
but
job is to
last time I did
the
it,
order that you chose.
Yeah, I know that. That's why I'm saying you get to choose. All right. So this draft, this is how we're doing this draft. And I know this is going to sound a little bit confusing, but bear with me. Or maybe it won't.
I just got it immediately.
Okay, perfect. Current players, but once one player's drafted from a team, i.e. Los Angeles Lakers, you picked LeBron James. You cannot pick another player from the Lakers. For example, Anthony Davis cannot be picked.
Or Kobe.
This is current players.
This is current players only. Current players only.
Okay, got you.
And so all 30 teams, there's going to be one player on this board because we have 6 people. It's going to be fire.
Yeah. I like that.
That's great.
Okay. Well, I see Goat Mamba answered first with the order. He put me last. So I can respect it.
You're so mad about that.
I'm a little taken back. I'm taken aback. I like I'm So Godly just because of my own position. But Dale, you can choose between one of these names. Goat Mamba, Lighthouse Sports, Ev Smitty, I Am So Godly.
I'll go Smitty.
Smitty?
He's probably going to put me last.
Oh, Ev Smitty put me first. Shaq, Dale, Dub, Ron, J.
He didn't even put your own Hezzy on.
He didn't include Euro.
Damn, no love, man.
So he's just watching
Euro
this
can
one.
go first. Euro can go first.
All right, we'll go.
Or you're the guest. You can choose where you want to go. It's a snake draft.
So I just pick the first one and then the next person go, right?
Yeah, but you can say if you want to go first, second, third, fourth, or fifth, or sixth because you're the guest. You can choose.
I'll go first.
Spice it up.
I'll go first.
All right.
Okay.
I'll take KD, of course.
Brooklyn Nets are gone.
So none of us can take no one from the Brooklyn Nets.
No one can take James Harden or Kyrie or LaMarcus.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah.
I know who Shaq is going with, so I'm already thinking of where I'm going.
Is it on me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going Steph.
Yeah, of course, clearly. There's nothing else to do. This is ugly.
You really only got one choice here.
That's definitely not the choice. I'm not taking Braun. I'm not taking Braun.
I wasn't thinking Braun.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
definitely
okay.
not Braun.
He's not picking Braun.
Or the other one
Dub,
that
are
I
you?
think is Braun.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm going Anthony Davis.
That's fire. And
I knew he was
gonna do that.
I knew he was going to do that.
Heat.
That's dirty, man. That's dirty.
That is so fire.
I'll pick Giannis.
JD, you gotta give me a second. I'm stuck in a rock and a hard place.
I'm like, I X Braun out.
Wow.
Oh my God! I hope this player can fall to me. If this player,
I got Jokic.
oh
That's
my
good.
God,
Yeah. I'm not tripping.
that player falls to me.
2 players. So I'll take.
This is I wouldn't mind going last in a snake draft to get 2.
I'm trying to think of some clever ones to do what Dell did. I like that.
Of course,
I'm
you
gonna
are.
take Luka for sure.
Okay.
And then, oh, where are all the other?
These teams about to be nasty.
Yo, Del, put your mic away from your beard, because every time you start yelling, it cuts out.
Hello.
That was like the 4th or 5th time that's happened.
It's your Wi-Fi. Because JD would have told me.
I'm gonna do it. I'll do Paul George.
Fire.
Come
Braun.
on, man.
That's fire.
Yo, JD.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of do this just because I'm tight that I'm at the end of the draft, and I'm gonna do this to throw everybody else off. I'm gonna get 2 centers.
You only need
right.
bro. You
We're
need
gonna
one,
take-
Ron.
You said what?
You pick one player.
Yeah, no, but he already
No.
picked a center, so this will be his
And
second.
I want Joel Embiid.
Oh, okay. Fire. You can play the 4.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's on you, Dub.
This is annoying because I wanted Kawhi Leonard. But I guess I'll have to go with my mans.
Who's your man's?
Lawai Kennard.
No. Jimmy Butler.
Oh, you got Jimmy. It's on you. That was on me, right?
On you, Dub.
Oh, no, I didn't go a second time.
I know you last now.
Oh, my fault. I'm tripping. Go ahead.
Just write his name, Dame Dollar.
Damn it, man.
You want it,
It's
Dame Dollar?
It was never happening. Ever happening. Dame was
I'm with
never
you right
happening.
there.
Euro.
I literally wrote Dame Dollar too. So
Yeah. Thank you,
you're welcome.
Shaq.
On me.
Yeah. Dame was a big pick for me. I thought Dub was about to snatch Dame. So happy he took Jimmy Butler. I needed Dame and AD.
That's a great pick.
Yeah. Oops. Give me. Who do I want to partner up with, Steph?
I was stuck on the Kawhi and Giannis pairing, so I was just sitting there like, I'm gonna just go.
I said go up with Shaq too.
Give me.
You've
and
got
then
to
I
go
get it right
here.
back.
You got to go here, Shaq. You have to, bro. Quick too. You got to go here, bro.
Mm-mm.
All right.
Give me.
You have to.
Give me. Oh man.
It's a must too, Shaq. I know what Dale's getting at.
Oh man.
Might be able to catch him on the
Wait,
swing.
hold on.
back,
Let me
though.
see.
He's not catching that back.
Nah, you don't think so?
If we think about the
You're
same player, he's
definitely
not
not.
catching the back.
Yeah, you're definitely not.
If we thinking about the same players, no way he's catching.
Did somebody pick Giannis?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
got.
I'll pick Giannis.
Bucks is going.
Shaq,
Bucks is
Got your
going.
back.
I can't see. So who's been picked? Because I can't see the screen.
KD, Steph Curry, AD, Giannis, Jokic, Luka Doncic, Paul George, Embiid, Jimmy Butler, Dame Lillard.
I can't believe it's even all right.
I
now.
know. It's like, just pick 'em.
That's what's fire.
Oh wait, all of us think it's the same player?
No, it's no way.
Right, I don't think so at all. There's no way all of us on that same wavelength.
I'm gonna go. Give me Zach. I'll take
Exactly.
Zach.
That's where I was at.
That's where I was at.
Who are you thinking, Dale?
I'm never saying the name. Never.
I need this player to fall to me,
That's
man.
fire.
It's on you, Euro.
Oh man.
Let me get Book.
Back to back.
Who?
Devin
Book.
Booker.
Who?
Oh.
That's tough.
One
Oh,
more.
man.
Oh, I'm just like, please.
That's fire. Book and Katie is heat.
I should have taken
Yeah.
DeAndre Ayton. Then see if he or Booker.
It's me. It's on me again, right?
Yeah. I'll be thinking like 3 picks just in case y'all say one.
Let me get you know what? I need balance. Let me get Gobert.
Oh my god!
It's on you, Shaq. It's on you,
I
Shaq.
was going straight there.
That's
That's nice.
That's a good pick.
Yo,
That's
nice.
Wow.
Hey.
Adios, Donovan Mitchell. Wow.
Gosh.
Hey,
I mean,
Euro.
yeah, that's tough.
That is
Euro has
so tough.
I'm not losing this, man.
I like
I'm
that.
telling
No,
you.
I like that. I like that a lot.
KD
That's how you
Booker,
maximize that
Gobert.
#1 pick. That's how you maximize it, and I'm not mad at you. There's another big out there, Shaq.
Isn't there always?
Get Christian Wood.
Can't name players.
You for sure can. I don't know what you think this is, Dale. The chat's Dub reaching for the chat.
I don't look at the chat.
I don't look at the chat at all.
All right, I'm gonna go top heavy. Since you guys got all the guards. I can find some pieces.
Come on, Shaq.
me-
Don't be nasty. Do not be nasty. I only got one pick in my mind. Do not be nasty. Go ahead.
I want to see where
Don't be
this
na-
goes, and maybe
All
it's
right.
not the same, but I'll take. No, you can have Tatum,
Just don't
but I'm
be
gonna take
nasty.
Jaylen Brown.
You're taking
I can't
Jaylen
take
Brown here?
So Tatum's going.
And Tatum's growing, yeah.
You're taking Jaylen Brown here, Shaq?
Yeah, I'm taking Jaylen Brown.
Dell?
Perfect. Give me Cat.
Come
That's
on.
a great pick.
Come
That's a great,
on.
and that's why.
That's who I thought Shaq was going the first time, but
Son,
Levine.
I was waiting.
I did not want Cat at all. That does not
With-
move the needle.
with
No.
Steph.
No.
Okay,
Nope. I'll take the bottom of the barrel.
that's fine. Let me get Cat off your feet.
You can have him.
Uh,
We'll see how Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Davis works out for you.
Very easy.
Okay.
Yo, that's so tough.
You can't even play with Anthony Edwards, who takes more shots than
Very,
who takes less
very.
shots.
He's a guard, dribble all over. Very easy.
Anthony Davis is
wanna
a guard
Cat.
out there too.
Let's see. I want to pick this player, but I don't think he's.
So
gonna
I
be able to
got
take
Dame,
the floor.
AD,
and Cat. That's tough.
Cat.
Very serviceable.
Oh wait. Oh,
He's gone. Wow, he's gone.
I guess I'm gonna have to go. You know what? Nah, I'll stick with him. I'll stick with John Morant.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
All right, Ron.
Give me Bradley Beal.
I knew he wouldn't have been there on my next go around.
Not a chance.
Wait a
And
minute.
you know I'm coming back.
Oh, Shaq needs
Let him be
Oh,
there.
that's
Good
good. That's
night.
good. I could still win.
Let
Shaq
him be
needs
there.
bigs too. I'm going back-to-back bigs here, so I'm gonna go DeMontis Sabonis,
Fire.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
not bad. Not bad. Not bad.
Wait a minute.
go.
I would have respected Miles Turner a lot more.
Miles Turner slept
Let
on
me make
high key.
sure I can go there or there. All right. We'll go.
Mm.
What? Oh my god, bro! This is.
I'm taking him.
This is
All right. I'm doing Jonas Valanciunas.
Wow. Come
that's tough.
on. Are you really?
Wait,
gonna
how do
say
you
that?
pick Valanciunas?
How? He's on Pelicans. He could.
Wait, yeah. Who picked up?
Gotcha.
Okay, I was gonna say
why would
that's
you
why I
not
was
pick
looking.
Zion?
Right.
Because I have a 4 and a 5.
Go ahead, Ron.
I already
That's
have 1 through
okay.
3.
That's so annoying, JD. That's so annoying.
Right.
It's crazy. I really be thinking my picks like so far. I don't have to think. So I gotta think of another 3 because I think this one is going next. He's for sure going.
Who's left?
Don't worry. You
Oh.
can't.
No,
That's
not
why I
who's
don't
left.
want
I'm talking about
Oh,
picks, like whose
players,
turn?
right? Oh, it's wrong.
No,
Ron,
like
That's
who's
why-
Ron's up.
This is why I don't like people reading the chat because I feel the chat about to write my pick.
Somebody's about to get.
Ooh.
Oh man, somebody has the great pick coming.
Wow.
It's on Ron. It's on
I know
you.
who to grab.
I know it's on me, but I'm
Of
like,
course you do. They told you in the chat probably.
I don't watch the chat at all.
Hold on,
Okay,
let me
good,
look at the chat.
good.
I've already thought about what they're thinking about, and I'm about to go with somebody else. But I'm like, I want to get somebody at the 3, but I'm
Just
it's
pick.
so scarce right now. Yo, I'm trying. I'm trying to. Damn.
You want to take Joel Embiid? You should take Tobias Harris. No, you can't.
Yo, Shaq, are you reading
Now
the
you
chat?
stuck.
Shaq, are you reading the chat?
I go before
No.
Shaq, so I'm
Hold
good.
on.
I hope no one take my pick, yo.
This happens every time I draft.
Yo, this dude Ron, bro.
Oh my. Yo, Dale, your pick isn't going nowhere, bro. Relax.
Yes, it is, bro.
I'm gonna grab Trey.
Yeah, that was the
Yo. Was that in the chat?
Bro,
Yeah, but
they've
that's been in the
literally
chat
named
since-
everyone already, so it's like everyone's already been in the chat.
I
gotta-
really
we
wanted to
gotta
go
cut
with
off-
Shay. I really wanted to go with
We
Shay.
gotta cut off the chat.
I
when we
mean,
do this, bro.
we've been seeing everybody knew Trae Young was still out there.
No, I don't think so. I think Trey was
Yeah,
forgotten
it
a
was-
little bit.
I thought
was-
about
it was
Trae
added
Young
to
when
Trae
I
and
was
Shea.
picking John Morant. But
Now I gotta go
Bear
back
pick,
in my.
I'm
boy.
gonna pick. I'm gonna pick.
Got me tight.
I'm gonna pick Julius Randle.
Now my Knicks is going.
That's okay, team. I mean, the fit is kind of weird, but
No, it's not. You got a great team, Dub.
John Morant, Giannis, Randle, and Butler.
Yeah.
That's a grind team right there, man.
Yeah,
It
for
is.
real.
It's grit and grind. That's what we're really working with.
Y'all definitely in Memphis.
But Dell took my cat, man.
On you, Dell.
Giannis and Cat would have been amazing.
So disappointed. All right. I'm gonna have to move my last pickup, who I was gonna take now to the 3, man. Give me Jeremy Grant.
That's a great, amazing pick.
You could have for sure left that for your last pick.
No, it was, but I don't like waiting. It was gonna be trading Jeremy, but Trey's gone. So
Yo, Dale, we can make a trade. You want Trey?
Give me. Are the Raptors still good?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Give me Scotty. Give me Scotty. I'm just going tall and long. Give me Scotty.
you didn't want Pascal?
No, I didn't. I never want Pascal. I want the young Energizer Bunny.
You're on Hezzy.
I mean, what teams are left? Dang.
And that's what I was about to say. It's a lot of teams left. It's 32 teams, right?
So I'll just
it's
read off
30.
the teams that are already off. So you can't go Nets, Warriors, Lakers, Bucks, Nuggets, Mavs, Clippers, Sixers, Heat, Trailblazers, Bulls, Suns, Jazz, Celtics, Timberwolves, Grizzlies, Wizards, Pacers, Hells, Hawks, Knicks, Pistons, Raptors.
Yeah, this is gonna make or break my my 5 right here, man.
You get 2, I think, right?
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Ah, we can make this work.
You can't,
Dub, what?
Let me
Ah,
get.
I love you, Dub.
I love you guys too, man.
You think you about to surprise us? You got
Nah.
that pick that's gonna send your team over the top.
No. I'm just glad I have backup options just in case. But if you guys pick all of them, I'm gonna be distraught.
Oh man. Let me get. I need a point guard for real.
I know your mind is over there fluttering right now.
There's some good ones
I
out
mean,
there still,
You
though.
got
there
two.
is,
You got
there,
two.
but I can only. I'm
got-
blanking. I can only think of one guy really.
You got
and
three
Who is
solid
that?
ones right
Murray?
there. Yeah. Woo.
I got
who's
three
that one
solid
guy?
ones.
You got three solid ones.
Who's that one guy?
Y'all gonna clown me for this.
No, never. We would never.
I'm gonna take. This is crazy. I'm gonna take Fox.
No,
I don't think that's crazy.
Oh, that was the I wouldn't say the best
That
available.
was-
That
you
was
shoulda
right
took-
there.
That's who
You shoulda
Shaq
took
wanted.
Buddy. I know.
That's
I
who
wanted
Shaq-
Buddy.
But here,
Yeah, but
okay.
I was looking at Buddy too, but I already got booked. So
Buddy can stand in the quarter.
Wait a
You
minute,
got
who-
another one, Euro. You got another one, Euro.
yeah. Let me get.
You know what? Let me look.
Shit.
Good. I need some more backups.
Pacers is done, right?
Pacers are gone.
Facts.
Cavs is still there.
Yeah, you just
That's-
said me that
yeah,
because you
that's-
don't want me to pick your joint.
Yeah, I was about to say that's saying a lot. You know, the Cavs is busy.
You trying to psych me up, bro.
Like, yeah, pick Evan Mobley real quick, you know?
At the
Not
three,
bad.
yeah. All right. Pels done Spurs. Let me get DeJounte Murray.
That's a great pick too.
You did back-to-back PGs. You got Jaylen Brown.
You don't got Jaylen Brown. Shaq does.
Oh,
Jaylen
Let
Brown,
me
the Celtics
go-
gone. Celtics
yeah.
gone.
JD, let me go with Mr. 17 and 12. Wait. Are the Rockets still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me Christian Wood. I would really enjoy him to be on my roster.
Okay, so what teams are left? Who am I?
Shaq,
missing
you
here?
grab Scotty Barnes? That's sneaky. I'm not mad at that.
Who's missing here? Who's missing here?
Bro, if you don't take him, Dub takes him. If Dub doesn't take him, I take him.
No,
I got-
JD. Stop. That's not getting by me. You know that's not speaking.
Oh, never mind. I forgot.
Dub,
I'm looking
Dub,
at.
possibly.
Yeah, there's no
I
way this
may-
is
I
making
may.
it through the grader.
I need to know what teams
It's
are left.
okay.
I'm drawing a blank.
I got options.
So I think the Magic are open. I think the
Magic, OKC. We're forgetting.
Hey, you're
No, I'm not saying it. I'm not
JD,
saying
you're a
it.
legend.
I'm not saying it.
Oh, man.
It's
wait.
OKC, Cavs, Magic, Hornets left.
Yep.
Hornets is fire, y'all. That's what y'all was doing. That's what
Hey,
y'all
Euro,
was doing.
Euro,
That
you
little
want
tidbit over
you want to
there.
hear a trade offer potentially?
So I got Dame, AD, Cat, Jeremy Grant, and at the one, because Dame is playing the two, I got LaMelo.
You're taking LaMelo.
I feel like
Yes.
Oh, man.
Man.
Ah.
Dub.
Oh, this is trash.
I got Shea.
No.
How does he fall this far?
He-
I don't
I'm
understand
so
how Shea
surprised.
falls this far.
I'm so
That's
surprised he fell that
insane.
far.
I don't like when
Ron,
people say that. You should have picked him.
That's
You ain't want him to
insane.
fall that far.
who's
yeah,
taking
like,
him?
you-
Who's
You got a
taking
chance.
him?
I was about to take Shea over Trey, but it's just kind of like
I know,
come
but
on.
we have
you know?
a Cleveland, Orlando.
you would take Zach and Christian Wood for Rudy and DeJounte?
Hold on, say that again.
Zach LaVine and Christian Wood for Rudy Gobert and DeJounte Murray?
No, absolutely not.
I think Rudy Gobert is what makes his team, though.
Exactly. Rudy Gobert is untouchable, man.
Bro,
For this lineup,
I mean,
I can't.
Kevin Durant is too.
Just
yeah, but like,
got a lot of
well, what I'm saying is like, yeah, my first three, I don't think anybody can touch those, man. So
that's a good little fix. Who's your 4? KD gonna play the 4?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
How do you lock that up?
Hey, JD, it's just out of Cleveland or Orlando.
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take Jonathan Isaac.
Great. That was amazing. Like, that's great for your team. I'm looking at it right now.
I was going to take Cole Anthony, and I'm so annoyed now.
Cole been hooping too.
Yeah.
Fire.
Ron, that Jonathan Isaac pick.
Darius Garland is not bad, bro.
Yeah, Garland or Sexton. They're both good.
All right. Ron got a nice team. Ron, you want to trade Isaac so it can be more respectable?
Do I just take Evan Mobley and make DeMontis Sabonis play the 3?
That's
take
Lauri. You should have got Zion.
I feel like I'm taking Zion, Evan Mobley here. I think I'm taking Evan Mobley here, and Sabonis plays the 3. A very slow 3. Nah, I can't do that because Sabonis would be a terrible small forward.
They got Lauri Markkanen.
Your Grant pick is nasty.
All right, I guess I'll take.
What'd you say?
God, bro,
your Grant pick is nasty.
I really don't want Sexton. I'll take Darius Garland.
You could have got Buddy Hield instead of Grant.
Nah, I'll take Grant at the 3 over Buddy Hield.
Oh, Anthony Towns, man, that really got me.
Boom. There you go, chat. Who won?
We put a poll in there?
I can't do 6.
Or is it not? Oh, I don't think you can do 6.
Just type it.
Type it, I guess.
Just type in the chat. These are some solid teams.
I ain't gonna lie, Ron. I love you, team.
Thank you, bro.
I like Dale Euro's team.
If I would have had,
and my team.
If SGA fell to me, I have the best team. Easy.
Oh man, got it.
We got Dale won. Ron wins easily. Euro.
We got a lot of Rons.
Dub. We got a Shaq in there. Ron. Dale, Ron. I can't believe I'm saying this. Shaq, fire.
Yo, you guys got to go back and look at my drafts. My drafts historically are good. I don't think I've had a bad draft. I don't
know, Ron.
Bad takes. I'm telling you, JD, go back and look at my draft.
Yo, why y'all be hating so much? They keep saying I get it from the chat. That's so funny to me.
You get what, the picks?
Yeah, I don't understand why. I never look, like, I don't even watch it. Watch the chat.
Yeah, they don't like you, bro.
No, it's wild.
Yeah, no, I don't know what you did.
I don't know either.
So who won?
I think
Ron won.
You were Ron. I seen a lot of Euro.
I'm actually seeing a lot of Euro and Hezzies too. So this,
you guys got it.
There's toss up. Amazing draft. Amazing draft. All right.
Garb said, "Yeah, I don't like liars."
He's talking about Dub.
Yeah.
It's. I don't know where this whole me getting it from the chat came from, honestly.
What did you lie about, though?
Dub, you keep talking about it, so you're starting to get a little sus.
What did he lie about?
Dub, so you never have the chat up? I mean, I don't want to turn this into players' court.
No, I have it up. I have it up every now and then. But
so you close it before?
He closes it right after we do drafts. So.
Not at all.
And opens it right before we do drafts. I'm
That's
just
fire.
playing, bro. All right. That's that. We're at the end of the show.
I had fun today, fellas.
I had a great
It was
time.
a great show.
It was fun.
It was. I'm not gonna lie, I was struggling trying to figure out what we could talk about today because I feel like we've beaten so many of these things up.
Well, tomorrow's the Nets versus the Warriors, so
that'll be nice.
Inching up to our 15 matinee.
Yeah, our next show we are going to actually get Dell's takes finally about players and teams.
Yo,
this season.
shout out to the guy on YouTube. It's about damn time. He messaged me on Clubhouse today. He said, "I'm coming for you."
He said, "For me?
For me."
What you do to him?
Nothing. He's my number one hater. Him and Garbs the Fisted is my number one hater. I'm still trying to find out who Garb the Fisted is.
That's a name?
Yes, yeah. I like Garb the Fisted though. He's hilarious.
I don't like fisted nothing.
With that being said, we're going to get into final words and peace out.
Right.
Dub.
That's on the shirt right there. That's a merch line right there, bro.
Dub, final words.
I don't like fisted nothing.
Oh, special announcement. We will be doing Clubhouses on Mondays and Thursdays. We said 10 or 9?
10 Eastern time.
10 Eastern time. So definitely tune in. It'll be every Monday and every Thursdays, 10 Eastern time. If we are doing a show on those nights, we will move up to 9:30. So definitely pay attention to it on the dates just in case the time changes.
Eastern Standard Time.
Yep, we're definitely going to have a set schedule. That's where you guys know when to get in there. So you guys will have more of an opportunity to get on there and say your points.
Dell.
Love is love.
Ron.
Love this deal. See you in Clubhouse.
You're on Hezi. Thank you for coming on again. Final words.
Yeah, man. As always, man. Appreciate you guys for having me on. Always a pleasure. Follow me on You're on Hezi. All platforms.
Fire. Shaq.
Minus Pornhub. I'm not on there.
Fire.
You got to get on there, bro.
What, JD? What, JD?
What? What? He said he's not on there. He's got to get on there. What's wrong with that?
Oh shit!
Why he got to get on there?
Why not? You got to be everywhere.
Watch
Gotta have all the accounts everywhere across the internet. Make sure that you get your brand exposure. All right.
Oh man.
I'm gonna start posting Player's Choice on Pornhub.
Fire.
They're gonna get like mad dislikes.
Yo, shout out to F Smitty, EV Smitty, Gabby. You're a good guy in the chat. Keep it up.
Anyway, Shaq, final words.
Buddha said, "Y'all tripping." Nah, this took a awkward turn. Ghost Saint says Player's Choice on the hub is wild as fuck.
Nah, the fact that JD's just saying it so nonchalantly, I'm still surprised about that.
He said, "Euro, you should get on there."
He's like, "What did I say wrong?"
I see, no problems.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. That's all I have to say.
Thank you guys for tuning in live on Twitch. Thank you for watching on YouTube, listening on Google, Apple, Spotify, all the audio platforms. We love y'all. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe to all the things. We'll see you next episode. We out.